Yeah, bring Otto in. Otto's here from Otto and George. Steve in Philly. Steve.
Yeah, I saw this thing on the news this morning.
Yes.
The bigger problem isn't that the kid was talking to the planes. They said the problem is having a kid in the tower in the first place is distracting to the dad trying to work the other planes who might actually need to be taken care of, and the other controllers in their room. The union's saying this was a bad thing, and if the union's against it,
obviously,
it's a big deal.
I could see where it would be a bad thing.
Look, it's not a good thing. It shouldn't be like bring your kid to fucking the control tower day. But it happens once. It's like, fuck it. You can even reprimand the guy and go, what are you doing? Don't be an asshole. Leave your kid at home. But it becomes such a big thing.
Well, because there's a tape of it. I mean, anytime you let yourself open to be recorded and you do something wrong,
Uncle Paul,
this shit's going to hit the fan.
Oh, Pilot Paul.
Yeah, they really get you in trouble. It doesn't matter who hit on who.
You don't need to tape it either, Uncle Paul, right?
Yeah, you do. You put your mask on.
Otto. Hi, Otto.
Good morning. How are you guys?
All right. Doing well.
Yeah, I'm doing better than John Ritter, not quite as good as Adam Sandler. Hanging in there.
You just kind of squeak right in between those two. Yeah.
It's good to be here. Let's sit down and talk about it. So I got the phone call from Club Soda Kenny about this benefit. Otto, it's Club Soda Kenny. Please help my son out. He had a cock transplant in both hands, rejected it. We're raising money. So I called him back on his cell. He gave me his cell number, and I called him back, and I was hoping he would answer his gun and blow his head all over his bada bing all over his nice Ivy League suit. Stupid retard. Pretty good show.
I want Club Soda Kenny coming out with more than his dry hair in his hands.
Yeah.
But you're really doing a fun...
I am too. We're doing it together.
A fundraiser for what? Kenny's
son's school.
His perfectly healthy son is...
there's nothing wrong with your son.
Yeah, I don't know.
They should be doing a benefit for Roger Ebert, not your son, Kenny.
Your son is attempting to raise money.
Oh, yeah.
So far, it's me, Otto, and Florentine. It's and there's going to be more added. It's at the Stretch Factory. It's one show only. Wednesday, March 24th at 8 o'clock, and we're not getting paid for this. It's all going to Kenny, his son's high school.
Project graduation?
Yeah.
Kenny, they don't have money for graduation?
It's good to do.
There's kids out there with real charity.
I
This isn't a charity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it pays for their prom and everything.
Don't schools come up with their own money for this?
I don't know. I did it for my big son. Now I'm doing it for this one. Now I don't have to do it no more.
Don't they usually have bake sales and stuff?
Yeah. But nobody has the connections to the talent like I do.
Well, that's true.
You sell a few cupcakes, yay. These guys, they can raise a lot of money.
Yeah. I love these guys. The show will sell out, but this is an embarrassment, Kenny.
You think it's fraudulent?
Kenny,
what do you think?
Kenny,
What do you think?
A portion of the proceeds goes to the charity.
It's very
usually
vague.
these benefits.
Portion.
You guys have done enough benefits over the years, and come on, it's usually for some really sad fucking situation.
I'm a great contributor to the Home for Wayward Women. I also give them money. It's a little erudite for your stupid audience.
These guys are very benevolent. I'm very grateful to them.
All right.
You're quite welcome.
What, they can't afford their limousines for fucking prom nights? Are you helping them out, Kenny?
Hey, they got to buy some condoms.
Why? Ugh. You want to ruin the whole night?
Yeah, exactly. Bareback or bust.
Or beat it.
When the little lady's legs are hiked up in the back of the limo. Ooh. You don't want no condom getting in the way.
Well, fuck, this show will sell out.
Yeah, we're adding more comedians, too. Just we're testing availability.
It's going to sell out.
I plugged this one under protest, though.
Did you?
Yes, I have to. I have to, Otto, out of principle.
I wanted to bring something up. I know I don't have much time. You got all these Hulk Hogans and stuff coming in.
You hang as long as you want.
Oh, okay.
It just might get busy in here, but you hang as long as you want.
Oh, thanks. I heard Jay Moore on the show recently. So this goes back years ago when he had the show Action, and he actually wrote a scene for me and Buddy Hackett. We've flown out to the coast. I filmed it. We the scene wasn't nearly that funny, so me and Buddy Hackett reworked it, and we were ad-libbing, and there were all these different takes. this thing. And he was great to me, Jay, by, putting me on there. And then, so I was never able to track down the footage because I was cut from the show. The scene didn't even make it to the DVD. And I've been trying to track this footage down for years. So then, a couple of years ago, he did a Comedy Central special. He did one of my lines. It wasn't even a joke. It was just about rocketing yoo-hoo out of your asshole. So,
that's a joke.
Well,
that's a good one.
That's a fucking good line.
It's my phraseology. It's the way I phrase things. So I called the only number I had on Jay was his 212 number, and I called him up, and I probably didn't handle it right. I kind of screamed at him.
I probably didn't handle it right.
I don't know. I was watching him on Comedy Central. I heard one of my lines, and I just went, it's enough already, with the stealing. So, and then, he called me back maybe 5 days later, and he was very apologetic, and then I never responded to his call. And then, so I don't know, now that Buddy Hackett is dead and everything, I would just love to see that footage. And, I'm trying to track it down. I don't really know how to go about doing it.
So you're guilting Jay into it, which is good. So he stole one of your lines for Comedy Central. The least Jay could do is send the Otto and Buddy Hackett footage. I understand what you're saying.
It's not to make up for the theft of the joke. It's just that why wouldn't he allow me to see the footage?
It's got to be out there, right?
Absolutely. I've met comics on the road that have been to his house and seen it. And it would just be great if he could run me a dub and just...
Oh, Jay has the footage.
Yeah, he has the footage.
Okay, yeah.
And I would just love if he could run me a dub, and I could eat, I'd love to see it. It was one of the greatest days of my life. I got to hang out with Buddy Hackett. Yeah. I got to write jokes with him and talk about Mad World. He was telling me first-hand stories about
What did he say about that movie?
Mad World.
What did you learn about that?
He told me one story about Mickey Rooney, the guy he was in every scene with. Yeah. So he said Mickey Rooney lost one of his wives to an OJ type situation where wife was murdered.
Wow.
And the
after
husband,
they were divorced?
Yeah. Okay. His ex-wife was murdered. So and this was during that time, and he said Mickey Rooney wasn't a drinker, but he goes, Buddy, we're gonna get drunk tonight. Because he was depressed, and Buddy goes, sure. He goes, I'm drinking scotch. What are you drinking? He goes, Bailey's. He goes, I'll get drunk and you'll get diabetes. And I got to see him lose his temper a couple of times.
Really get pissed?
Oh yeah, somebody lit a cigarette on this enormous sound stage, and he fucking wigged out on the guy. I don't like that shit. I started the no smoking thing in Vegas and everything, and it was great. But Jay showed him my set from the AVN Awards to just let him know who he was working with. It was just me and him in the scene.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and Hackett said it was like the funniest 10 minutes he's ever seen.
Oh, great.
It was great. The scene was Buddy
Was
Hackett.
it you doing the jokes or Jay?
Wait. All right. Sorry.
Sorry.
Look at him taking me serious.
It's just eating me up that I can't just get a dub. I don't know. I don't know how to get in touch with Barry Katz or anything, and
lift your toilet lid.
Yeah, lift my toilet.
Hey, what was that about?
yeah, just have a good time, Otto. Have fun out here, man.
Man.
Yeah.
Otto should get that footage.
Yeah, I want it for my next Classic Moments DVD. I already got my Letterman. I got my fag at the ball game. I didn't do that yet.
Well, I'm sure our fans will be twittering like crazy.
Yeah, J-Moore37.
Yeah, okay.
Fucking Otto wants the Buddy Hackett footage.
I'm sure Jay would get it for you.
How funny was Buddy Hackett, though, man?
He was one of the
unbelievable
great comics that would make you laugh before he even spoke a word.
The youngsters don't understand how fucking funny Buddy Hackett was.
How could they ever try and redo that movie today? What are they going to have?
No. Stupid, right?
Rob Schneider and Larry the Cable
Did they
Guy?
redo it? They kind of redid it?
They did a movie called Rat Race with Rowan
which
Atkins.
is sort of similar, but now I think they are actually redoing
They are really?
Mad World or whatever.
I'm sick of Rowan Atkins.
Spencer Tracy was in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, come on.
Fuck, Dick Shawn, just amazing.
Mad World. 4 Mads,
Was
right?
it 4 Mads?
Yeah.
That was brilliant. That movie
Dick Shawn had a tragic ending, didn't he?
He died on stage.
On stage.
Yeah.
Really?
He laid down on a bench on stage or some shit.
Yeah.
Like he was doing his act, and
he was doing a bit about having a heart attack or something. That's what I heard. It's crazy.
And then he laid down and didn't get up, and it went on, and people were laughing because the longest something goes on, it becomes unfunny, and then it's funny again.
Yeah, like he's milking. How long is he going to milk it?
Yeah. It's like, how fucking long is he going to lay there? And he was dead.
Do you think that's a tragedy? I think it's a great way to
die. What a way to go out.
Man, what else is better?
It's better than, in
the saddle, maybe.
It's better than dying in the jaws of a fucking killer whale in SeaWorld. Wait. Before you move on, Otto,
yeah, sorry.
Just to bring it, Anthony, who was he, though? He was in Mad Men World?
Oh, yeah.
Which
you would recognize
which character?
He was in the original Producers also. He played LSD.
But which character in Mad
He was, what'd you call it? Ethel Merman's son. He was fucking funny.
He was on Love American Style all the time.
Love at First Bite.
He was a mama's boy. He was the mama's boy.
Yeah, he was insane.
I got you. Just to bring it all around for the people that might not know.
That crazy dance he does in that fucking scene.
What was the other thing, Otto? Look at Otto all prepared for his appearance.
I know. This Saturday, they're screening a documentary I'm in. Film screening at the Scholastic Theater, 557 Broadway. I'm No Dummy. It's going to be 90 minutes of Jeff Dunham and 35 seconds of me, followed by How to Make a Sock Puppet with Jay Johnson from Soap. This guy's in a fucking movie with Bruce Willis, and I'm the fucking prelude to a sock puppet. My career is skyrocketing! This is pathetic.
But those DVDs you put out, you did one where it's one of your first appearances on our show from like NEW. That is 15 minutes of just amazing video.
Yeah. That was
fucking
the first
just
time
ruled the room.
Oh, thanks,
was that the first time on our show?
Yeah, it was the first time.
Which one is that on?
Anthony's birthday.
Which one was it on?
It was which one? It was
which DVD was it?
Otto and George Classic Moments.
The first one you put out.
Yeah.
And now you're working on number 2.
Yeah, I'm doing another short now about the internet predators. That's going to be hysterical. George is going to play Chris Hansen.
Nice.
It's writing itself.
That's awesome.
It's fucking writing itself. It's going to be so funny.
A lot of Otto and Ebert jokes today because we went over the footage of Roger Ebert on Oprah yesterday. It was fucking brutal because he can't talk anymore. Yeah. So people, found out you were coming in today and they're thinking Otto and Ebert would be.
Oh, the fat guy that's still alive. I saw Crazy Heart today. I didn't care for it. He doesn't like movies. He likes cake.
He doesn't really talk anymore because
he can't eat anymore.
He lost his lower jaw, his
you haven't seen him?
His teeth,
his lower
vocal
jaw.
cords,
giving it out, everything.
Vocal cords, everything is gone.
Show him a picture.
So now he talks through a computer.
Go to the garage with a shotgun. Why would you want to keep going?
You might want to take that joke back after you see him. Kidding.
God.
Of course you don't want to. That's what he.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, he kind of looks like the Land of Confusion puppet.
He really does.
Jesus.
Yeah, well.
That's,
you know what that's going to do to his gargling? Jesus. Was he a smoker?
Was first thing I asked.
We don't know why he got fucked. Who knows why he get the thyroid cancer, but he got it.
He ate a lot. They said it might have been his overeating of chewing tobacco cake.
Oh, God.
Jimmy's back. Jimmy's back.
He's got nothing in there. His tongue, like everything inside had to be ripped out.
Jesus.
And so he can't eat.
There's a bunch of stamps just sitting there with nothing to do.
Oh, my God. No.
This is what we were hoping for at 6 in the morning, Jimmy. Where have you been?
A bunch of stamps.
And you see, there's a picture from Esquire that Danny had up there, and his mouth's open because his mouth hangs down. He can't keep it closed. Wow. And you see darkness in his mouth, and you assume that's just the back of his mouth. No, that's more of the turtleneck that he's wearing. It's just a... the lower jaw is just a thing, like nothing in the back of it.
He really, and he has the whatchamacallit. Danny, good call. Yeah. He looks like Madam from Wayland Flowers and Madam.
Yeah.
Oh, poor fuck.
Yeah. And the way his mouth is open, he looks like Wayland Flowers.
Well, this guy.
Fruit. Yeah, he was quite the twinkle toes.
Rich got one too. Rich in Connecticut. Rich.
He looks like the mask from Scream.
Oh, God, the Scream mask.
Wow.
Yeah, a little bit.
He must have a strong will to live. I mean, I would have killed myself before.
We were talking about that. Yeah. We got a little serious. He actually is full of life still.
Yeah. And he's has to talk to a computer.
Oh, that's shit. So he's still got his thoughts, I guess.
No, but he can, like, his tough life, though.
You know what they did for him, though? He's talking through a computer, but because he did all those shows, obviously, a company took all his old audio. Oh. So now when he talks, it sounds sort of like his old voice instead of the
I see.
The basic computer voice.
But every so often there's a Never mind.
Go for it.
He has to be careful when they want to say something like, I want it bigger, and things like that. To be careful not to mix up words.
Very short bereavement.
I fucked that up.
That is the advantage of doing radio, though. They'll have enough of audio, if any of us ever loses our voices, to get everything you'd ever need to say.
Yeah.
Except for I love you.
Yeah.
You won't find that on the show.
Isn't it scary to think when you're like a celebrity or semi-famous that they already have your obituary written and it's just...
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't that creep you out a little bit? That,
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's already like waiting to go. Like the
it's one guy. That's all he does. So he just makes obituaries for people that are on the short list.
A graphic came up on CNN, I think, once of somebody that wasn't dead yet.
Oh, they had, well written.
They had put their graphic up that they were dead.
Oh.
And they weren't dead. It was somebody screwed up. But they had it all ready to go.
Yeah.
Like, it's all ready to go.
Was the guy sick or was just...
I think it was Cronkite.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, yeah.
So it was like, when people get older, I guess they just keep these things on file.
Yeah.
Hit it.
I already know mine. Jim Norton, mediocrity personified.
Ooh, that's good.
I like that.
You had a scene with Bruce Willis, which is making Otto very jealous today.
No. I'm happy for you, man.
Oh, was it Ed McMahon?
Great.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead!
You want to go back to that pilot
dead.
story? We got an air traffic controller that's explaining this a little further in.
Okay.
All right.
You hear
pilot.
You hear the audio?
What did he do exactly?
He had his kid in the pilot, and they think he's just giving directions to the pilots. But it was all before takeoff.
Some kid got brought into the tower.
Well, what's the problem, man?
Directing ground traffic.
Well, everything's a problem these days, Otto. Yeah, you don't have to ask
They're
that.
very
Everything
uptight
is
on airplanes.
No,
they're
two
uptight.
planes would have smashed together, and the kid was fucking at the mic. That could have been an issue.
Maybe it was 9/11, they just had the kid directing traffic. He said, hijacking!
Yeah, well, that's always so cute.
John in Texas.
Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning.
Hey,
What else you got on that?
I thought all that stuff was on the ground. That was actually, I'm not on my computer, so I didn't get to, I just heard it when you played it. I think the first thing you said was clear somebody for takeoff.
Yeah.
So that's somebody who's already been cleared onto the runway, and then they said, all right, go ahead and take off.
Oh,
And the other 2 or 3 after that where he says, contact departure. So just after you take off, you're talking to the tower. And then when you're going to leave that tower's airspace, you talk to departure control. So just after you take off, they tell you to contact departure. Sometimes they give you the frequency, but adios and adios amigo certainly wouldn't be in the normal book of things to say.
Let me ask you a question. I never understood this. What is the fucking... I try to understand the signs on the runway when I'm in a plane, and there's no consistency. It's like L41, A, and then there's a lowercase b, Z, with a 2 next to it. What does that mean?
L is left, and the number after it is actually the degree of on a compass of the heading of the runway.
Jesus, Anthony.
So it wouldn't go over 36. You'd see like... if you saw 36L, that would be like
runway
360. You'd be north facing left runway.
Why do you insist
You really
on
know that?
Why do you insist on embarrassing all of us?
No, I just know these things.
But what you're not supposed to know that. You don't fly.
But then there's other ones that are taxiways and stuff like that have numbers.
Taxiways are what
yeah,
gets
those
me.
are the ones that these guys have to know.
Take you up front and meet the mayor next.
Anthony, how do you know this, by the way?
Probably.
Hold on. We're going to do the bit. We're doing a bit. Sorry. Hey, Anthony, how do you know this?
I think it was probably something I saw on Discovery Channel.
Forget Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
Remember
I forgot about the... It sounds like he's sucking spit.
Linger longer.
One of those guys that just talks and there's always spittle in the corner of his mouth.
Spittle.
Moist.
Sputum.
Sputum.
That's a good word.
What was that in Dune where that big fat guy's going, oh, it's just a little spittle. He's drooling on the fucking chick. Oh, the big floating fat guy from Dune.
Do we have our
understand that movie either.
Speaking of
I didn't
bits,
see it.
do we have our intro for a Mastic moment?
Oh, yeah, we did
If
have
we're
a
going to do that
Mastic
story,
moment.
we do need the intro if we can find
This Mastic moment.
Maybe Travis
We'll
has
do a
it.
little song parody.
If he has it, because the guy's standing by with the latest Mastic moment. All right, Travis, hit that sounder before the phone call.
And now it's time for a Mastic moment. As Opie and Anthony take a glorious look at this majestic Long Island community.
Let's say hi to East End Rob. East End Rob.
Oh, Amp, I got a good one for you. Mastic Beach, William Floyd High School. Two men, 20 years old, pushed their way past school security, which is supposed to be airtight these days, in the middle of the school day, and went looking for a gay student, located him in the classroom, and beat the living shit out of him.
I'm just trying to do my math homework.
Why?
Wow.
Was it because he was gay or they have a problem? For what?
I don't know. Maybe he dicked him over on a prior Hummer. Who knows? I mean, they seem to basically be looking all over in the school for him.
Yeah, it's being classified as a hate crime.
It sounded like he was like the Terminator. He just, they just both went walking around through the schools and, finally located him. I guess you could pretty much rule out the fact that William Floyd is a nice community, home of William Floyd and multi-million dollars.
Well, Mastic...
Floyd the barber?
Of course.
Yeah.
Mastic, we all remember, is a town out on Long Island, which got very angry when somebody suggested that it was full of trailer parks and trailer trash and stuff like that. And
this guy almost got fired. He was a radio guy.
Yeah.
Made a big deal out of the fact that he made a joke that there's a lot of fucking trailers in Mastic.
So we
and white
decided,
trash.
And the mayor or whatever it is of Mastic got on the news and was saying Mastic is a wonderful place and blah, blah, blah. So we took it upon ourselves now for years to point out every fucked up story that comes out of that shithole that is fucking Mastic
What's wrong
Beach.
with trailers anyway? Some people live in trailers and find it comfortable. They like it, you know?
Yeah. You know what? They're not usually nice.
No. The people?
Well, the people, I don't know, but the trailers never really...
shit boxes.
They never really look, and I guess they don't have pride enough to really go, you know...
Some people pimp them up.
Yeah?
Some trailers are pimped up nice.
Yeah.
Why do you guys think Steve, your producer, is gay? Is that like
we don't
you know how you find out if someone's gay?
Dick in the mouth.
No, here's how you find out. You go up, walk up to them and go, clang, 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 and if they go, went the trolley, they're gay.
They know the lyrics.
You guys remember about 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, my favorite Mastic story is one guy got into an argument with his girlfriend, got so enraged he went out on his front porch and shot a neighbor in the back with a bow and arrow.
Yeah, this is the lovely town of Mastic.
Yeah, that's Mastic.
All right, that's our Mastic moment, so let's play the outro. Thank you, East End Rob.
And that was a bird's eye view into the scenic town we hold close to our hearts. A Mastic moment on the Opie and Anthony Show.
I have to go and tinkle.
Gotta love Mastic.
Yeah,
I'm gonna run out.
We're gonna break in a few because we got
to have a bungalow.
Yeah, we have a hard out with her because she's a plane.
We got the Lost Girl coming. So
Emily Duravin.
Yeah, we could take one more. Jim, go. Okay. If you have to go, we got Otto. Otto. Tim in Jersey. Tim.
Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, talking about the kid in the ATC tower. Fucking, when I was younger, my grandfather and father were engineers in New Jersey Transit, and, well, they used to let me drive the trains all the time.
Really?
It's not that hard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that hard. It's on a track.
Yeah,
How hard could it be? It's like, go faster, go slower.
Yeah.
It's not
and it's not that hard to control aircraft either. You have a radar screen and you got a list of words you say.
I think it's a little harder to control air traffic than it is to drive a fucking choo-choo train.
I would say.
What about the guy? What about the guy locally that keeps getting arrested for sneaking into the transit and driving these trains?
And driving the train?
Over and over again. He's been arrested
doing that?
numerous times over the last, 20 years. And they arrest him.
Subway trains?
Yeah, he does jail time, and he's just obsessed. He gets all the uniforms somehow, and he's able to sneak through, and he's got security badges, and he knows how to drive these things. And once every few years, he does it again.
No security in the subway system.
What a waste!
And he's not. He just loves trains. He's not even doing...
Mongo love choo-choo.
Yeah. He's not crashing the trains.
Where choo-choo go?
Yeah.
He's not holding anybody hostage. He just wants to fucking drive trains.
Jeez, well...
Mongo just pawn in Game of Life.
Oh, yeah, great line.
If we can find that story, because it's twisted. And the guy just can't stop.
That.
He can't stop. He's a local guy.
What a waste of resources, though. Do something that's going to maybe, get you somewhere, get you something if you're going to go through the trouble of almost getting caught and get all the badges you need and everything.
Fixated on that one activity.
Yeah.
That's great.
John in Jersey. John.
Hey there, Jan.
Yes.
Hi, Jock.
Speak.
Otto and George, I just want to let you guys know that I saw you 2 weeks ago with Dr. Dirty, and you guys killed. Every day since then, my sister texts me every time she sees a person of a certain ethnicity and says, guilty.
Black people. Yeah, okay. You were there? That was a good show. I heard Dirty did a lot of tequila that night.
Dirty did a lot of tequila. Dirty couldn't stand up off the stool when he was done with his set.
He can drink, that guy. Wow.
We try to get him in, and he's too lazy these days. John Valby, we love you. Get in here with your dumb fucking.
Yeah, why would he not do the show?
And do some shit for
ridiculous.
Us? That's a good lineup. You guys must have killed you and.
It was great. It was great. I had to fly out of there and do another show, but it was fun. It was really a good audience. A lot of people.
All right, Otto. What are you promoting? We're going to go to break. Otto's going to continue with us. We got the Lost Girl coming in for a while.
Just a Kenny benefit. Yeah, the Lost
Emily. Who plays Claire.
Yeah.
She's here? Oh, fuck. You want to do that, or you want to take a break?
Screw taking a break.
We have a very limited amount of time.
All right.
She needs to see
you. Just move over to Danny, though.
Shift.
Emily DeRavin. I'm going to take my leak then, because I don't know shit about this Lost show.
What?
I'm going to be the last man standing, Otto, to never see Lost. That's my dumb fucking bit.
I didn't see it either.
You haven't seen Lost either?
No.
She's one of the stars of it. She's really good.
Really?
Yeah, she's great.
I've never seen an episode of Raymond.
Here, get it. You're still on, Mike.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Raymond?
No, I've never seen an episode of
Why
that.
would you?
I didn't like MASH. I didn't like
Put on your mic. Oh, you didn't like MASH?
I didn't. I found...
now you get
irritating with his bad Groucho Marx impression.
Yeah, he would do that.
It was a wonderful show and brilliantly written, but I don't know.
Yeah.
What sitcom did you
The
like?
humor doesn't hold up, I agree.
Yeah. What sitcom did I like?
Yeah, it sounds like you don't like most sitcoms,
I think
which I
all-time
respect.
favorite would be The Odd Couple and The Honeymooners are my
Odd Couple's great.
Just for laughs.
What about Taxi?
Otto, grab that mic right there.
What about Taxi?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, and sit there, relax.
What about Taxi, Otto?
Yeah, Taxi's great. Taxi was very fun.
You can't even compare like the original episodes of The Honeymooners to anything.
God, it's fucking man, it's so brilliant.
I could go home right now, watch every single one of them, and still just laugh my balls off.
Yeah, even though you know
show.
every fucking line, it's just genius comedy and Gleason.
It's
just amazing.
And The Odd Couple too. It's just hysterical,
great.
funny, man.
It's great.
I didn't
love
care for
Hostility.
those. Yeah, Hostility is funny. You're right. That's what's been lost.
The rage that came out of fucking Ralph Cramden was just great.
Just anger.
Sad, miserable man.
He really was. A big lummox.
Poor little fat Louie.
Yeah.
Just unhappy and short.
Yeah.
They really were. Those were great. The guys were unhappy.
Yeah.
You didn't need a lesson at the end.
Yeah, sure.
No special episode. Stop that.
Otto, any recent sitcoms though?
That I got. Well, Curb Your Enthusiasm was great, but I can only watch like one or two. And like if I have a DVD of it, after like two, he starts to annoy me.
Yeah.
Rather than Seinfeld was good too. Great.
Emily is entering
the
studio.
You could sit right there. That's our special seat for our guests. Oh my.
That seat is only for hot girls.
I'm already losing my mind. It's terrible. I'm the worst.
Why?
Because I get all fanboyish.
Yeah.
I'm terrible.
Oh no, she's leaving.
She's out of here.
We ruined it already.
And you blew it. You blew it, Ann. She's scared. I don't think she wants to come.
She's like, do I have to sit next to the guy with the weak chin?
I'm out of here like a herd of turtles.
You're right, Emily.
As soon as she comes back.
She's doing so many of these.
What happened?
We're getting some lemon and honey.
Oh no! Is it like are you sick or just talking too much during a lot of interviews and
I've
stuff?
just been talking for 16 hours a day.
Yeah, that's crazy. You're in demand, is what it is. You got a couple of shows, right? Movie. I just saw you on the news. That's why. So I knew you got like more stuff than just Lost going on.
Yeah, well, that's why. I mean, I thought I was doing this.
Yeah.
But then that's why I'm here. Yeah, it's for the film.
Yeah, for the film.
We did the whole junket here. We did the premiere on Monday night.
Yeah, what's the movie about?
The movie is it can be described as just a sort of a romantic drama, I guess, but it's so much more. It is that, but it's also like really family oriented.
It's a chick flick.
No. I mean, women will enjoy it, but I think men will enjoy it equally for different reasons.
What's it called, the title?
Remember Me?
Remember Me, yeah.
So you have to go back out to Hawaii and keep shooting. You're not done shooting Lost for this season.
No, I actually have to fly out today.
Is that because they don't want anybody to know? So none of the actors actually know exactly what's going to happen?
Oh, with the season finale?
Yeah, is that...
No.
So nobody really knows?
Oh, well, I mean,
the writers.
Yeah, but I don't think so. I mean, I don't. So.
Well, you got to try to tell you how Lost ends?
No, but I mean, they don't even know. And I'm wondering, I'm sure the writers know, but I always wondered how they were going to shoot that and keep it from leaking, and keep the crew from talking and keep any of the actors from leaking, if anybody.
Yeah, it'll leak. I mean, I hate to say that, but I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Everything's on the internet, since the days of, what letters are gone now. It's just all, I don't know. Everything seems to be on.
But don't you know, like, though, that, like, okay, you were gone off the show for a while until this season, and then you come back. Do you know that? Do they say, hey, kind of keep your schedule free?
I was put on a holding deal for season 5, and knew I'd.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you kind of know, and I guess the other actors would know, like, don't make any long-term commitments to be in Guam or something because you're going to be back on the show. So that would kind of leave like openings for people to blab.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, for me, I knew so, but I don't know. I don't think it's people really talking about it in the cast. It's just people watching.
I know the cast never says anything anyway.
Yeah.
They were like, anytime we've asked, like, what's gonna happen? People, that's got to be really annoying. What's gonna happen? What happens to you? And we never get an answer, so I'm not even going to ask. Yeah, well, you got to watch.
I will say you were so nice in the first few seasons, and then last week,
oh my God,
you bury an axe in somebody's chest, which was must have been fun to do that.
I think that's nice.
No, it's fantastic. It was deserved too. That guy was bugging the shit out of me. I'm so happy you did that.
and just the fact, okay, you disappear, you kind of leave the baby, and then now you're all pissed. Wasn't it kind of your character's fault?
I can see what you mean, but she did that because she was sort of under the influence of another.
Yeah, I'm noticing. I'm seeing a lot of under the influence of evil or good. I haven't seen any good influence yet, to tell you the truth.
Was that
Everyone's
the end of
just
season
evil.
4? You were out for season 5, and you weren't in much of season 4. Towards the end, you just kind of disappeared.
No, it's season 4 I was in.
Okay, and because that was at the end when they show you sitting with Christian. That was the end of season 4. Okay, was it your choice, or were you written out for the year because they wanted to give you something to come back in, or was that for other reasons that you weren't available?
No, I was written out for creative decision, I guess.
How does that feel like? Because I know, like Wood Harris, when he did the Wire, he was the star of season. Basically 1, 2, and then 3, and then when they wanted to phase him out a little bit, he was furious. So in season 5, he didn't want to come back and do anything. Like, how is that when they tell you that? Is it like crushing, or is it? I mean, it's got to be difficult.
No, I was actually really happy because I got to work on some other projects, and I always like to be kind of challenged in a different way. And I got to work on a lot of good films, and predominantly Remember Me, which was just. I don't know, probably my favorite working experience.
Oh, really?
Since I've been doing this. It was just incredible.
It's with the guy from Twilight, right?
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen that, but I hear he's quite the looker.
Yeah, the women want Robert Pattinson.
Pattinson. Yes.
Pattinson.
We both have names that seem to be very
I know. Well,
yeah.
And supposedly you guys have a couple love scenes in this, right? Mm-hmm. And that's got to get the women out there going freaking nuts.
He's potty mouth.
Sorry.
I liked the love scenes in The Hills Have Eyes, to tell you the truth. That was...
Weren't they sensitive?
They were very sensitive, very nice, loving. That is one of the best horror remakes, I think, ever.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I thought they did a great job, because they kind of took an indie edge to it, in a way.
Yeah. And one of my favorite lines in any movie ever... And it's, what's his name, obviously, from Silence of the Lambs.
Ted Levine.
Yeah, Ted Levine. After the truck hits the rock and is destroyed, and the son-in-law asks, can you fix it? And he just goes, what? It's one word. And I can rewind that 5, 6, 8 times and just laugh my ass off at him going, what? He didn't do the tuck dance, did he, on set? Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's disappointing.
I know.
Jesus.
A bit late now, I guess.
Wow. You know what helps too? If you lose, I was losing my voice one time, and you take lemons and you put salt on them and you suck them down. That tightens the vocal cords. If you need your voice immediately.
Tequila?
With tequila,
No,
yeah, exactly.
oh yeah, maybe that is where that comes from. I don't know.
I
don't know.
You part of the party crowd? I remember when Lost had like a little scandal. It was like a little party girl kind of getting in trouble, drinking and driving scandal.
Wasn't that with Michelle Rodriguez?
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Must be amazing shooting in Hawaii, though. God, what a place to shoot anything.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It is though, and it's a very relaxed place to shoot. So it's nice because everything's sort of very casual. And
But you
it's
do a
not
lot of
really-
walking. It's a lot of walking with that show.
There is a lot of walking.
A lot of walking around, and it's probably hot.
It's just walking around.
How tall is the
Running
kid who
around.
played Walt? Because I noticed that that's probably why they totally changed
Stupid
the
Walt.
storyline,
That's a
because
question
he
I didn't
grew.
think I'd get asked today.
Well, no, because
really.
he grew. Like when you cast children, it's really hard because they're still growing, and all of a sudden you'd see him towards the end of the episode, and then he wasn't in season 2. It's like that's why, because he got like a lot bigger. And I think that was JJ. We had JJ Abrams in. He said that became an awkward problem.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard when it's a show that it's not it's not sort of real time. It's not like it's a show where you can sort of it can be a week ahead the next episode. They always had it that it's basically each episode's sort of like a day or a couple of days.
But if people are time traveling, you could throw anyone in anywhere. It doesn't
That's
matter how old
true.
they are.
I mean,
Claire's
the amount
baby's
of
probably
things
going to be like, "Hi, Mom. How you doing?
Yeah.
Great, nice to meet you."
How'd you know?
Yeah, I know. That's the end.
Yeah, Walt comes back. He's playing for the Knicks. So what do you ever get, like, I mean, you're kind of pretty recognizable right now. It's got to be, is it irritating or do you like it? Like, you can't go anywhere without people yelling Claire.
It's more so, weirdly, even though the film hasn't come out yet. It comes out next Friday.
Yeah, when is it? Next Friday?
Yeah, the 12th. More so from that than the show.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, both, but...
You've been doing the show for so long, though. I mean, now it's kind of like,
Yeah.
move on. Movie. That is pretty good. No, true.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know what you mean.
movie.
Do you see?
How different is that, though, like filming than television? Because it must get kind of a rut just doing television.
Well, this show really doesn't let you get bored, which I think was my whole fear.
Yeah.
Because I like to be challenged and doing things that are different and excitingly creative in a way.
What the hell are you doing on this show?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's the least creative show I've ever.
No, so, film, it's nice. I mean, you have more time. It's not as rushed, but you also can actually develop your character.
Yeah.
So your script, you get maybe like minor dialogue or location changes, but it's all right there. You know everything you need to know, and you can develop a backstory and even where they're headed after the film ends, if that helps you or whatever. And rehearsal time, and for TV, you're constantly finding out things about your character through the episodes. So maybe season whatever of a show, you'll find out something that was basically a major life-changing experience.
Yeah, surprise to
but
you.
you didn't know that before, so you would have played scenes differently if you knew that.
Oh, right. So a movie, you're just reading the whole script, so you know exactly what's going to happen at the beginning. So did you, as you're doing the movie, remember me? Yes? This Friday?
Next Friday.
Next Friday?
Yes.
Please. Oh, my God. Sorry.
We just spoke about this.
I
Come
know.
on.
It's one of those Friday. I just claw till Friday. I don't know which Friday is which.
So, I mean, this is a childlike fanboy question. How far, you had no idea when you first started shooting that they were going to have you wind up being, related to Jack. None of that stuff is told to you in the beginning, and they probably figured out as they're going along, so you basically knew none of that when you started.
No.
You're just a girl on a plane with a baby.
I didn't know anything about my character, actually, when I started the show.
Did you think it was going to be?
I remember asking, and, it's hard because, a show's not picked up either. You do a pilot and you hope that it continues on if you want it to. But so therefore, it's not like there's 500 scripts written already.
Did you think it was going to be huge like it is?
I think everyone had a good feeling about it, but you never know.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
What's your favorite moment that you've shot in the show? Like, if you have to go back and go, this is the one moment, like, I kind of want to be on my reel.
I don't know. I think as far as favourite moment in general would be just shooting the pilot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was, new and fresh and exciting, and everyone was meeting and learning about each other, and it was just like a pretty impactful episode.
Does it bother you that like you're like doing other stuff, and then everywhere you go, everyone's just lost fanboys and fangirls asking stupid questions that we should know better? Were you really in a plane crash? How did they do that? Like a bunch of fucking idiots. Like we've never been around show business people before.
Oh God!
All right, so you're doing.
Did you make a point of like the character in the movie must be a lot different than
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. I mean. Because you don't want to be, obviously you don't want to be typecast. You don't want, 10 years later to be people saying Claire.
No.
So did you have that in your mind as you went into, when you go in to do a movie? Like, I'm really going to steer clear of anything she would do?
Yeah, and I mean, I make that decision for other reasons as well, that I just, for myself, I want to be doing different things. I don't want to be, even if it's just within films, I don't want to be doing the same kind of films, I don't want to be...
What's the basic gist of the movie here?
It's, somewhat of a romantic drama, and, central two characters are Ellie and Tyler, a couple of young college students at NYU, but it deals with... It's a big character study on... focusing on two families and their reactions and the way they deal with life just in general, but focusing on loss and fear and grief. And it's really interesting how that sort of can bring people together or tear them apart. And
I see tragedy.
Yeah. But it's funny. I mean, I remember reading the script for the first time, and I couldn't put it down. I told myself I need to do this film. I don't even want to act anymore.
Will Jimmy cry? Would Jimmy cry if he saw that? Is it a tearjerker?
Sometimes I cry during movies. I'm not very proud of it, but it happens.
It is. I mean, I can't even watch it now. I've watched it like 6 times.
Oh yeah.
Crying.
Oh, you still get that?
But also without laughing. I laughed and cried the first time I read the script, and I still do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you watch yourself a lot? Do you critique yourself and what? Because I know some actors just will not even watch anything they do.
No, I mean, I think it's important when you're promoting something to watch it and to, assess and be able to talk about it eloquently. But as far as watching yourself, it's really hard. I mean, I think most people are pretty self-critical because it's you.
Yeah, you flip around the channels and all of a sudden you're talking and you just go, oh, stop.
Yeah,
shut up.
even if
I'm
you're
sick of hearing me.
But even if you're playing like really a character that's just so different from yourself, it doesn't matter. That doesn't help because it's still you. So you still look at yourself playing that person as opposed to somebody that doesn't know you.
What are you like? Like, what do you do for fun when you're not working?
I'm a bit of a homebody. I love to just sit at home and watch movies.
God, that's great. We should do that sometime. Yeah.
Anthony actually has a movie theater in his house.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah?
I do.
Yeah.
I watch Lost down in my movie theater. It's a lot of fun.
I could. It doesn't sound creepy at all. Do you have a problem? Do you have bad liver? If so,
my liver's fine. If you like to drink and just be a homebody and watch movies or TV or something like that, you're so invited.
And if not, just go away.
No, you'd still be invited. Yeah.
Oh.
He's used to hitting on girls who are broke. You forget she has more money than all of us.
I know.
It's always hard hitting on someone who's really got millions of dollars.
Yeah, the movie theater line didn't really impress her.
No. She has a big house. So does everybody she knows.
I know.
You've only got one movie theater.
God. This is a tough one. I can't even.
So 10 years ago.
I'm not even at the point. I can't even throw you my iPhone. Here, just put your number in here. Doesn't work.
Do you? I hate watching myself in front of people. If I'm ever going to watch anything I do, because I get very ashamed if other people see me.
Stop trying to tell her that you do stuff. That
sure, he knows.
Actually, is on
film. Who didn't see Cop Out? Anything I do, no, you wouldn't. If you've seen me in films, if you have a freeze frame on your DVD and you go there, I'm literally one line in and out, and they just leave me in to be polite. But I get very embarrassed if I watch it in front of other people. Alone, I can watch it and go, okay, that was okay, that sucked, but I can't watch it in front of other people. Can you do that? Can you sit in a room full of people and just watch yourself?
We kind of have to sometimes, premieres and whatnot.
Yeah, premiere. Do you stay for like the whole movie for premieres? Because I know a lot of people duck out before the end.
I think it really. I mean, it depends on the person, depends on the situation, depends if you're really excited about the film or if you're promoting something that you're like, This I watched and I was really interested. I only watched it before either on my own or with like a couple of people.
Yeah,
screenings just first.
Yeah, you must see it so many times.
But it was really, really, I was so excited. But it was really interesting to see people's reaction. It's so different when you have a room full of hundreds of people reacting to something. Where the theatre laughs, or you can hear people crying, or commenting on certain lines or scenes. Yeah, it's a whole other experience.
It's horrible though when you're supposed to get a laugh and nothing happens, and you're like, oh boy, that stinks. I did a film one time. Were you in Otto?
Christ, here he goes again.
No, it was so bad. It's called White Chicks Incorporated.
With Artie Fletcher?
Yeah, it's in the top 3 worst films ever done.
I didn't know they ever finished that.
They shouldn't have. And we went to the premiere, and it was just like really a badly done thing. We all had on bad suits. I actually had to leave before it was over because I was so humiliated at the entire film and my performance. It was really bad.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's sad, isn't it?
It was okay. They had me play superstar comedian Jim. They wanted my name to be Jerry Steinfeld.
Oh,
stop!
They did, but I said no. I can't do that.
Why?
Yeah,
what does that mean?
I caught on to that like by the 3rd day of shooting. I'm like, wait a minute.
Did you ever have a bomb? Something, a bomb, something that you're just not proud of, like Jimmy.
A physical bomb.
Yeah. Before she goes to the airport.
Actually, no.
I mean, you've been in a lot of great stuff, but there has to be one thing you did where, boy, that didn't work out.
I mean, there's things you look back on, but at the time, though, maybe it makes sense.
Yeah.
So there's different ways of looking at it.
She's had a great career, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Very different than yours.
Yeah, mine has been just completely trying to keep my head above water and fucking floundering again.
And everything she touches just turns to gold. So.
Well,
No.
How long have you been doing it before? Because I heard that, how do you say her name? Evangeline? Now, she had, again, auditioned for very few things before she got cast on Lost, which kind of makes you like, ugh. If you're jaded, you've auditioned for a lot of things, you kind of appreciate it.
Maybe you stink.
No, but I mean, everybody goes through a long...
Yeah.
Had you been acting for... my acting that's subpar. Had you been acting for a while before you landed Lost, or was it like one of your first things out of the gate?
No, I've probably been acting for about 4 years. 3-4 years. Yeah.
I'm not a good auditioner.
No.
I tend to panic.
Yeah, auditions are so different. Even like testing so much better when you have the other actor there and you have someone to play off of, and plus the person that you'd possibly be working with. So you can really make something of it. When you're just reading, with a reader or a casting director, it's so stagnant.
Jimmy doesn't know what to do with his hands either.
Yeah. Well, they're passive aggressive, a lot of them too. They because a lot of them are failed actors and actresses, so they have a secret resentment that they'll never acknowledge even to themselves. And when they read, they give it to you like this. And so I came down on Tuesday. What do you think? And you're supposed to do something, and they don't time it right.
Yeah, and it's a comedy.
Yeah,
get some laughs there.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with my hands when I act. That's the problem for me. It's like my hands. He was trying to say, like, I don't like if we're just talking. I can gesture very comfortably, but when I act, I don't know what to do with them.
Maybe you should get a muff.
Oh, just to put my hand. Oh, like one of those things, a hand warmer?
Yeah.
I tend to just put my hands behind my head like I'm relaxing all the time.
No matter what scene it is.
Yeah, driving, anything, sex scene, hands behind the head, relaxing.
Emily has to go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she's got to.
No, they're telling us, believe me. I'd have you hear the whole damn show.
We'd love to keep you, but, sometimes there's issues if we keep you too long when they're saying
we get yelled at,
so we don't know what to do.
So when you're back in New York, just, get in touch with the station. They'll give you my number and stuff, and then you can watch movies over.
Okay, great. I'll do that for sure.
All right. It's a date, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Stay there.
As she looks down awkwardly.
She runs out of the studio.
Well, the movie is going to be a huge hit. I don't even know why.
Remember me.
Remember
next Friday, not this Friday.
Not this Friday, next Friday.
Stay home and save
Friday.
your shekels.
Remember Me with Robert Pattinson from Twilight.
Oh, look, Jimmy's
the women
got a
think
picture.
he's
I have a
dreamy.
picture from last time.
All right, we're going to take a break.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Emily. Right on, man.
Yes, obviously Lost on Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock, and Remember Me a week
More
from
importantly,
this Friday.
they really want people to know that Remember Me starts a week from Friday. Quick break. We'll continue. Stay there.
You're gonna cry, 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 and you cry alone when everyone's forgotten and you're left on your own.
Yeah, there's a theme with the music today. And we'll say this much. If you didn't listen to the first hour of the show today, you might want to listen to the
You
replay.
don't need to hear it. Just
It was a very special
hour.
episode of the Opie and Anthony show from 6 to 7.
Oh.
My God, man. So check it out for yourself. We got Otto in studio from Otto and George. And we just had kind of a
slow interview.
A slow interview with the girl from Lost, who's also in the new movie Remember Me that comes out a week from Friday with Robert Pattinson. And the only reason I didn't say Pattinson right this time, Ant, was because I don't have an N in the spelling on my little sheet.
Oh, on your sheet?
And I'm not supposed to know the Twilight fucking guy, okay?
It's got to be hard, like
the guy that all women are swooning over.
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
I know you have to be nice to guests to get, famous people to come on the show all the time. Do you ever, want to just lash out at somebody that's really famous?
I didn't want to lash out at her because she was really nice and really sweet. There are people that come in and it's slow because they're just being douches, and we have no problem going right for the jugular. But someone like her, we're going to beat her up because it's going a little slow?
Yeah.
I mean, these guys did a great. I don't know shit about Lost. Yeah, these guys did a great job trying to get stuff out of her, but she just.
I think she was a little bit shy.
Yeah, she just didn't give us much.
A little bit shy, and she seemed, again, it's been a long thing. She's gonna fly. It's like something, it happens. She's sick. She's taking whatever. But there was nothing. It's like an interview like that that's slower because somebody's a little bit shy and under the weather is different than somebody coming in and being bitchy. We've had that.
She was pretty.
Dude, she was beautiful. I mean, like, it was like I wanted to just go, look.
Thank you, Otto.
How about fucking everything? Let's just marry.
Let's just marry.
But it was one thing I didn't like, and this had nothing to do with her, is before I came in, Steve tells me, I'm not mad at you for saying this, but he goes, they requested no personal questions about her divorce and that stuff. And I say that from now on, I don't know what other shows do, but I don't ever want to agree to that. And again, I'm not saying that she would have cared. I don't know if that came from her, maybe just publicists.
Yeah, don't even tell us that stuff. We'll take our chances. The publicists in general are just a fucking drag. Another thing as we move forward, you see that curtain right behind you, Steve?
From now on,
close that curtain because I see the faces that the publicists make, and then I want to lash out at their talent, and I know it's not her fault, but then you want to drag the publicists in here and give them a beating because they were really frustrated that we weren't talking about Remember Me more than these guys did. Of course we're going to talk about Lost. It's the biggest show on TV. Everyone's talking about Lost.
And we did talk about Remember Me. We did start up. We never in an interview.
But every time you guys went back to Lost, I had to see this girl like roll her eyes, and then she would
not the guest.
Not the guest. I'm talking about the publicist behind her. And then she would walk to what I see as my right to the long hallway because now she's looking for help. Like, I need someone that's associated with this show to get these guys back on track with Remember Me. That's why we're here.
Well, that's why I was bringing it up. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, so
not quite my cup of joe.
From now on, the curtain's closed for any interviews because we can't have them dictate. Because she was fine. We can't have them dictate at all. And in a weird way, they're doing their jobs. I understand why they do what they do.
And there's no photography, no video, so like the
that
pictures,
was slightly annoying.
I got a picture, yay!
But
me too.
But the pictures we're going to post are through a double sheet of glass or whatever with no flash. So enjoy
scam video.
Yeah, enjoy the pictures we post in a few minutes.
Dude, she was
on our
beautiful.
Twitter accounts. Yeah,
she looked
gorgeous.
Fucking beautiful.
Yeah. So, all right, that's a little insight to what just kind of went on there.
Yeah, but it's rare that something like that, where an interview's a bit slower, where you're not annoyed at the actor or actress, because usually it's them.
You think I have a shot?
You have a better shot at sucking mine and Otto's dick together.
All right.
That's actually a very good shot.
That's a nice.
Depends on how Otto
That's a
feels.
nice second.
But no, you have no shot.
No, I think you have a shot at it.
No, you have no shot.
You know how depressing it was? I wanted to go look, have you ever seen me on TV? And she would have went, no.
Oh, I know.
All right, hey, moving on to
we all do what we got to do.
We got an update on some other business that Otto brought up today. We got Jay Moore 37 on Twitter. They got a hold of him, and we got an answer for you. You want to refresh the audience's memories here?
I was in
or the audience.
Jay was kind enough to convince his writers and producers to write a scene just to show me and George and what we do, along with Buddy Hackett, who he loved and gave his last work to, and then. He warned me ahead of time. He goes, look, the scene might be cut. If they're going to cut anything, it's not going to be me. It's going to be a scene with Hackett. He was very upfront about that. So to protect my, feelings. He thought I was fragile or something. So I've just been gnawing at me for years that I never got to see this footage,
From action.
Me working with Buddy Hackett, one of the giants,
Yeah, that's something you would love to have.
Yeah,
right?
and it's just a matter of Jay just saying to one of his flunkies, make a dub of this and send it to this address.
Well,
it's 10 words.
Well, Steve got a hold of Jay, and Steve, what do you got on this?
Reached out to Jay. Right. Jay got back, and he said, I don't have any footage. And I guess he's tweeting that as well. He doesn't have it. And then he said, hold on. The guy said I stole his jokes. Now I'm going to help him out? ?
Oh! Whoa, but Otto told the whole story where Jay acknowledged that he took the line, right? Because he called you back.
Yeah.
So that's what I got. And I haven't, I gave him the phone number, so maybe he'll call in, maybe not. And, but that's what I got. So he doesn't sound too interested in helping out.
Well, that's so much for that.
So much for that.
After the big build-up.
I got some photos, whatever. Fucking, he's a little cunt. He can go fuck himself now.
Oh, shit. God damn. I can only imagine, Otto told the story of the joke and everything, and very accurate. I'm sure that's exactly the way it happened. But then Jay got the listener's version of it through Twitter, which was probably, so, you motherfucking thief, you're ripping off fucking Otto?
Oh, yeah, you might have thought you were motherfucking
cocksucker, fucking, Otto's on O&A saying you rip off jokes.
Yeah, you're right.
I only brought that which I don't even give a shit about that one fucking line. I only brought that up because I thought that was the reason why he never got a copy for me.
Perhaps, I guess it was.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, no, the thing is, like, if you would have, and you did talk to Jay about the line, and he was like, oh, fuck, like that. But then our listeners text or Twitter him, and probably just laid into him, just saying general things like,
again, I didn't handle it right. I should have spoke to you guys off microphone.
No, you handled it perfect.
Nah, we like it on
Fuck
air.
everyone.
Even if it's completely
Fuck
inaccurate.
everyone.
We love it on
handle
air.
it wrong.
Everyone!
Listen,
maybe I could get your copy and you put it in my wig.
Listen, we could solve this. I mean, Jay's obviously.
You be curious to see
hold on.
Yes.
Jay's obviously up. He should call the show. We could solve this whole situation. What's up with that, Steve?
He's got the number, and I've told him to call in. So now it's just a question of
huh?
All right, I'll give him a call.
I know the footage exists.
Yeah, give him a call. I mean, he should get on the phone while Otto is here because Otto's not here every day.
I'm emailing.
Yeah, and of course you'd want that footage, Otto.
Wouldn't you be curious to see it?
Yes. Of course.
Yes.
I heard it's very, very funny, too.
Yay.
Because the director was like, he let us rewrite the scene and he shot it. And then when the writers were on set, he goes, you have to do the written script now. But when the writers leave, we'll let you go again. And we were ad-libbing and we were writing, yeah, it was just a wonderful. I just, I'd love to see what came out.
Hold on a minute. I got
what do you got?
I got great photos, though, from that day.
I got to check a Twitter account. Hold
yeah?
a minute.
Twitter bombing going on? What's happening?
Well, there might be some anger going on as far as...
Anger. Very angry.
Let's see.
What's Jay's Twitter name?
I mean, an ass pool.
Right.
My ass neck.
My ass neck.
All right, I got some updates. I got some updates.
Okay.
I'm getting my son ready for school. I will call O&A tomorrow. Those are my boys. Problem is, Otto's here now. So now we're going to get Jay's side of the story without Otto's without Otto. You know what I mean?
I'm just.
We need both of you to kind of hash this out. And then he writes.
Gave him my cell number.
And then he writes, I have no footage of Otto and George from action. Maybe Fox has it. George Dudley is selling Otto's jokes while Otto sleeps. Ask Dice. What does that mean? Is that bad too?
No, he's actually making fun of Dice, I think.
I don't give a shit about that last
George
comment.
Dudley is George.
I want that footage. He's screened it at his house. I've heard this from other comics.
Oh,
maybe they made it up. Why would somebody make that up to me and say, I saw what you did with Buddy Hackett over at Jay's. It's fucking great. I go, oh, you got to see it and I didn't? That's not fair.
Maybe he lost that in the split up.
When's the next time, if ever, I'm ever going to, get it? Well, I'm never going to fucking see Buddy Hackett again, obviously.
But I won't see him no more.
Maybe someday.
Yeah. You never know.
In the netherworld.
We don't know what's after this life.
It's not gonna ruin me. I'm just a little, want to see it.
Yeah.
I emailed somebody who may be able to help.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Who?
Ed Fox.
Ed
owner
Fox?
of the network.
Thank you, James.
Ed, thank you.
Yes.
Otto just goes, thank you, James.
Yeah.
And gives him a pat on the back.
It's a guy I know, Mick Action. The show's about him. Same joke twice.
Yeah.
No, I emailed my manager. He knows everybody.
It was still a great experience, man. I flew first class, fucking limo, everything.
You should have
really
that
good.
footage of it.
Yeah.
It's
awesome.
for the archives. You should have it.
You should be fine. First class.
I had to do a scene where I had to cry on camera, and it was like I was never happy a day in my life. And I'm not an actor, and the director was getting pissed. It's like, who is this guy? He can't cry on cue. So they had to get this menthol. It's like a plastic tube, and they blow menthol in your eyes, and then you immediately tear up. Yeah, and yes, fucking.
What did you have to, what scene did you do it for?
The gist of the scene was Buddy Hackett's character gets arrested for forging a prescription of Valium for Jay's character, and he's in jail, and I'm a drunk laying on the bench, and George is fucking threatening to ass rape Buddy Hackett.
I'm really surprised why this didn't make the final cut.
No,
it's hysterical.
No,
it's funny, but I mean, it's more a TV show.
But then, and then at one point, George is hanging from a belt on the ceiling, and the line was, he goes, I said, what did you do to my friend? And he goes, I didn't do anything to your friend. And I go, who else in this cell has a size 64 waist or something? And then he goes, could we change that? It makes me feel fat. I remember that vividly.
See how easy it is?
Yeah.
See, you get a little tear going, how easy that is? That's
Did
actually
you do that on purpose?
Actually, yes, 100%.
What did you do?
He's showing you how easy it is to cry on cue, Otto.
How do you do it?
How do you do it? You show him a picture of Roger Ebert.
Well, this was actually just completely to do it.
Yeah. I'm trying to bring the show back.
You have to, just kind of staring straight ahead helps.
Let me give it a try.
And then you just think sad stuff. No.
I'm going to cry.
No, that's shitting.
Yeah.
You look like Mr. Sato from the Karate Kid 2. Never been attacked by tree.
I hope you shit yourself doing that.
I think
or something else.
Steve got an update. Another, what?
Yes.
What?
He's not picking up yet. I think he's just getting his son ready for school, so that's it.
Papa.
Yeah, he's a father first, so we can't fucking fault him for that. No, he's
Did he steal the kid too?
Oh, God, stop it. I want that footage.
I'm kidding. Jay absolutely knows I'm kidding.
See,
I've been a Jay Moore fan.
No, the way he explained it was, he goes, I thought that rocketing you out of your ass was like, how did he phrase it? That it was, stock for
public domain.
Dropping a puppy in the pool or dropping a baby in the pool. And, he was honest. He goes, I didn't mean to, I didn't intentionally steal from you. I just thought that was something that was said that a lot of people say all the time.
Like a standard way of saying something like
yeah. And I never
responded
responded to his, it wasn't an apology. It was just explaining, how he came to say that line. And I never responded to it. So I probably didn't handle it correctly. Because he was very kind to me to put me on the show, So that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, fuck him up.
Yeah. I'd love to see the footage. I'm a fucking love Buddy Hackett, man. I got to work with a guy from Mad Mad World. Shit.
Do you really want to see the footage?
Yes, I do.
You haven't really made that clear yet.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Tell us about your career, Slugger.
Hey, Sarah Palin was on Leno, and we got two fine stand-up comics in studio. She was doing stand-up, so I want to go through this and see what you guys think.
Was, huh?
Okay. It's fucking Sarah
How
Palin.
that worked
What do you
out
think of
for
Sarah Palin, Otto? In general.
The one from Alaska?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about her, really.
Oh, you don't do the politics for the most part?
Political
I mean, she's
humor.
kind of in the news a lot, this Sarah Palin. She annoys a lot of people.
Yeah,
but then she's got her supporters.
Hunting, right? That's about all I know.
Yeah.
That was Dick Cheney. Shot his friend Harry Whittington in the face hunting.
Yeah.
We're off by 5 years, a gender, and an occupation.
You know what, Otto? You're better off, though. You're better off not knowing anything about politics, trust me. It's just a complete waste of time in the end, the whole fucking thing. It really is. No, you're not. You're smart. You're smart for not following this
He
shit.
couldn't have been wronger if he tried. I couldn't have written a sketch where someone was wronger.
Fucking love it. Love it. You know we have a black president, at least, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, you know that. All right.
God, you guys.
We do.
Let's hear the Sarah Palin doing
I think
stand-up.
Jay sets up the bit first here.
Do you think you'd ever give up politics to do a talk show? That seems to be the thing now. You're going to move into the talk show realm.
I hear once in a while, this comes open.
Yeah, well, it does come open once in a while. Yes, it does.
She pointed at her vagina.
You were going to try something tonight you've never done before. And I think it's very brave of you. We were talking, and I said, you know, to do a talk show, you have to do a monologue. Now, are you willing to make your comedy debut tonight?
You know, I am, and not even using cue cards. I will know these jokes like the front of my hand.
Okay.
I will try
All right, why don't you go backstage, and I will introduce you the way I would introduce any other new comedian on the show. All right, go backstage.
Oh, boy.
She made fun of her hand thing, though?
Yeah. The hand, because she had notes written in the palm of her hand, so it's the back of her hand kind of a thing.
Yeah. You know, she wrote something on her hand, Otto.
Was that like I rubbed my cunt? Was that what she implying? With this hand?
What happened?
I won't say.
What happened?
It's fucking.
What happened?
Jimmy just wrote a line that would get us in trouble.
Dude,
how she should be introduced.
It's our new bit, though. You just tweet it now. So everyone can play along at home.
Satellite radio?
I wouldn't get fired for it.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't want to play our new bit?
No, I won't.
It works very well.
Nah, we'll leave that.
All right, here's Jay setting up Sarah, and she does a little stand-up, so.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited, Kev. We have a new comedian on the show tonight.
Really? Where's the bitch?
She's from Wasilla, Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
Making her comedy debut. Please welcome Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin.
Chick comics. Oh, God,
I'm so happy to get to be here. This is a thrill of a lifetime, really. And Alaska being so different from Los Angeles. Here, when people have a frozen look on their face, I find out.
Wouldn't it be great if she just did barbaric jokes? Like, Alaska is so different from Los Angeles. There, we don't celebrate the faggot. Cricket.
Oh, my gosh, he just unloads. Oh, drops a few N-bombs. Just fucking goes all out.
My cunt bleeds. Men are lazy.
Just barbaric humor.
Oh, that'd be great.
Alaska's very different from Los Angeles. We're not all going to someday die in an earthquake. Silence. Just hateful, mean stuff.
A couple of nervous titters from the cameraman.
Yes.
Anthony. That's not Tina Fey doing her. That's really
that's actually her.
She's trying a career in comedy, or this is just fucking.
It's just a bit Jay's doing, you know.
Comedy.
Anthony Blue Healer writes, did someone say stand up?
Okay.
Think.
The virus?
The virus.
Oh.
And then he writes virus 20 times. Virus. Virus. Get virus standing by. You're going to love this fucking guy.
Oh, yeah.
Otto.
I'll tell you a joke. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
So different from Los Angeles. Here, when people have a frozen look on their face, I find out it's Botox. It is so beautiful here, though. so warm, beautiful. Back home, ooh, it was freezing. It was 5 degrees below Congress's approval rating.
Political humor.
Great show tonight, Shawn White on the show. What an amazing athlete. I watched him do a double McTwist 1260. And the only other people to do a double McTwist 1260 was last week, the White House on health care.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Great to be on the same show as Shawn White. Last time I was this close to the flying tomato was when someone threw one at me at a book signing.
Oh, shit.
And they did, it's true.
You should have been a little closer to a falling tomato.
Hey, it's true. I watched the Winter Olympics, skiing, fighting on the ice, skating, bobsledding. In Alaska, that's our morning commute. And how about that amazing closing ceremony? It was beautiful. The minute I saw the giant moose, I remembered hadn't cooked anything for the kids' dinner.
Goes on and on.
And that's because I've been really busy. And I have been really busy.
I bet.
Picked up a gig in Las Vegas at the Legend Show.
I don't even listen to what she's saying.
Next, I get the headline. I'll be the speaker at the NRA convention. So be there or else. The truth is, though, I'm glad that I'm not vice president. I'm glad because I would not know what to do with all that free time. But Jay, thank you so much for inviting me. I saw where it's been a few weeks of unfair, nonstop criticism. People who don't know the real story. And I just say, Jay, welcome to my world.
All right, Sarah
I want Sarah Palin dead.
My mother.
Dead.
Oh, my mother. She tells me I just can't find the right guy. Oh, shut up.
That was terrible.
And all the jokes written for her, obviously.
Yeah.
But for an almost vice presidential candidate.
Oh, but she's just,
it was okay.
Put things in context.
But Jimmy, she's just reading jokes that were written for her.
I'm just not into her fucking voice is so annoying.
Yeah.
That she could be saying anything and it's horrid.
You want to hear
horrid.
You want to hear a real stand-up that doesn't have prepared lines and what it would really sound like on fucking Jay Leno's show?
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
Let's say hi to the virus, everyone, making his way into the studio.
Here he comes.
He's the He's the mascot of the channel, Otto.
He doesn't even try anymore by putting the hat on.
And the virus.
What is he?
The virus is known for trying to give us one punchline. That's all we ask from this guy, Otto. That's it. Virus, how are you today?
Doing good, guys.
Did you hear Sarah Palin stand up on Jay Leno?
No, I was doing something else.
Well, we could give you a few topics. I mean, and see how quick you're what?
Could we play her setup?
Oh, okay. That's a very good idea, Jimmy. Get some headphones, Virus. We're going to do something a little different. Sarah Palin's jokes fell a little flat, so we're going to do the setup, and then, of course, you being the brilliant stand-up mind, you'll pump up these jokes with the punchline, okay?
Yeah.
So we'll do the first setup here.
Effortlessly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited, Kev. We have a new comedian on the show tonight.
Really?
She's from Wasilla, Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
Making her comedy debut. Please welcome Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin.
Made a comedy debut.
Iris, listen for the setup.
Thank you. I'm so happy to get to be here. This is a thrill of a lifetime, really. And Alaska being so different from Los Angeles. Here, when people have a frozen look on their face, I find out it's Botox.
There you go.
It is so beautiful here, though. So warm, beautiful. Back home, ooh, it was freezing. It was 5 degrees below Congress's approval rating.
You getting it, Virus? You getting it?
I'm getting it.
Getting the gist?
All right. I'm having a tough time because she has no fucking rhythm to her stand-up. Usually it's set up and it's like, and now the punchline. She just fucking runs right into the punchline. Help me out, Jimmy.
She's very fluid.
Yeah.
But great show tonight, Shawn White on the show. What an amazing athlete. I watched him do a double McTwist 1260. And the only other people to do a double McTwist 1260 was...
Was what, Virus?
You want other people to do a double McTwist.
Here comes the virus.
Was
with one punchline. Looking for one punchline.
Just one.
It's a crazy move. Who else would do a crazy move like that?
My retarded child being born.
What?
It makes sense.
Does that make sense?
First of all, it was highly offensive. Secondly, I don't think it made much sense at all.
And second, and third, and more importantly, that was an impression of your parents. Yeah, because Eric's retarded.
Of course he is.
Oh, dear Lord Jesus, this ain't happening, man. This can't be happening, man. This ain't happening.
Why don't we give him one more shot? Usually we don't, but let's give him one more shot, Otto, if you can bear with me here.
Last week, the White House on health care.
White House health care. See? You sick fuck.
To be on the same show as Shawn White. Last time I was this close to the flying tomato was...
Brown.
Was what, virus?
Last time I was this close to the flying tomato was... one punchline. Shit pile.
Looking for one punchline.
Yes.
One lousy punchline.
He's wearing the outfit the
One lousy punchline.
He's wearing the outfit the trainer was killed in at SeaWorld.
One lousy punchline from the virus.
Last time I was this close to the flying tomato.
Was the aborted child I had before the retarded child.
Jesus. Holy shit, we're trying to keep this fun
Are
today.
you kidding me?
What the hell is wrong with you?
I see the awful, terrible things in my life and turn it into something funny.
Do you, Rupert? Again, that just was...
way over the line.
Unnecessary.
Yes.
What are you doing?
This show's about fun, virus.
Yeah. Some fun.
Want to try one more? Or are we done with him? I was like,
Jesus.
One more?
Yeah. We'll see what the setup is.
When someone threw one at me at a book signing.
See, because, when you don't like something, you throw, vegetables. I
She
wish
was very badly raped, you see.
I wish we had vegetables in the studio right now so we could throw at the virus. One more.
Good evening.
Now listen closely to the setup, virus.
And they did, it's true. Not funny, it's true. I watched the Winter Olympics. Skiing, fighting on the ice, skating, bobsledding.
In Alaska.
In Alaska. Come on, virus. One punchline.
Could I hear the setup one more time?
All right, well, sure you can.
What a prima donna.
I don't know. I think it's somewhere in here.
When someone threw one at me at a book signing.
Here comes the setup, virus.
And they did, it's true. Not funny, it's true. I watched the Winter Olympics. Skiing, fighting on the ice, skating, bobsledding. In Alaska, that's...
In Alaska, that's what, virus? Come on! One punchline. Here it comes. 3, 2, and go.
In Alaska, ways of trying to abort your retarded child.
Why do you keep doing this?
Just get out.
It's over, Johnny.
Just get out.
It's over, Johnny.
Just
That's it, man. Game over, man.
Just get him
Game
out of
over.
here. What the hell's wrong with the virus?
Idiot.
Oh my God.
Not up to his usual standard?
No.
That was pretty fucking par for the course.
Oh, okay.
God. He just one trick pony.
Yeah.
Jesus. Doesn't know where the line is.
It's nice that he has a showcase for that enormous talent of his.
It sure is, huh? You got to book a month in advance, and he just gets to come in every day and do that for us.
What a guy.
What a guy. All right, what else is going on? That's the virus.
It certainly is.
Wow. You know, we didn't do the Jermaine Jackson son story.
I didn't see that there was that much to that, to be honest with you.
It's just some...
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I guess Jermaine's
His son's young.
Son bought a stun gun and then was chasing the little white kids around the house with it.
All right.
Apparently, they were trying to stun little Blanket.
Who we
Blanket.
Who we pointed out to everyone is very scared of the light.
He's got to be.
He's extremely scared to be outdoors.
Just a petrified little guy.
When it's sunny.
And now he's got Jermaine Jackson's kids, who you know are just thugs, running around the house with stun guns, zapping them.
They're probably thugs. They don't have to work or do anything with their lives. So what else are they doing?
And they're Jacksons, so you know they're fucked up anyway.
Yeah.
Look at this. Is that him? Oh, okay. Oh,
Jesus.
What do I know? Yeah, it looked like him.
Oh, they all look alike, right?
Oh, I didn't.
Who would you rather be? One of Bing Crosby's kids or one of these kids here?
Fuck.
A daily punch in the face because he...
I think a punch to the face is better than a finger in the ass, so I would have to go with...
I'd go with Bing.
Bing, yeah.
Old Bing. Let me bop my kid in the fucking face. That's what I'm going to do. Give him an old punch in the fucking face.
Yeah. Shooby-dooby-doo. I'm going to blacken your eye and your mother's too.
Ba-ba-ba-boom, ba-ba-ba-boom, ba-boom.
Doing all those nice
Little
Christmas
fucker.
specials, and there's a House of Horror.
Yeah.
I know.
After the tapings were done.
House of Horror. You can just imagine what the fuck is going on.
All the
in
stories
Bing's
came
house.
out.
Fucking, they all have knots on their head from being hit by a little corncob pipe.
Yeah.
He used to smoke
How
all
many
the time.
suicides? He had like 5 sons, and it was like 2 of them killed themselves. One was in jail, the other's on drugs.
Yeah. Ooh.
Nice,
Good
nice
dad,
work.
Father of the Year, right
Nice
there.
work. And he's on the golf course.
And to prove
Hey, where's Bob? Oh,
Yeah.
let me.
and to prove there's no
I always
God.
thought he was a very overrated. He's like an icon, but
I
big
agree.
deal. The guy could carry a fucking tune. That's
He wasn't
all
that-
did.
he wasn't that good.
He wasn't a good actor. He carried a tune. He didn't write songs.
No, and he was one of those
Oh, and he
crooner
sung on
types.
key. So what?
Just getting back to the son thing. They die horrific deaths.
Yeah.
And proving there's no God, he dies peacefully on a golf course after 18 fucking holes.
Yeah, that's true, right?
I think he died on a golf course after a nice round of golf. Where's the justice in the universe?
Yeah.
Here's the story about Jermaine Jackson's son.
Some stunning claims involving Michael Jackson's children. An attorney for Jackson's mother now confirms that child services workers are investigating how a stun gun ended up at the Jackson family home. Jermaine Jackson's 13-year-old son apparently bought it online and was reportedly intending to try it on Michael's son, Blanket. Security heard the children testing it on a piece of paper, was able to stop them before anyone was hurt.
Who cares? Good. 2 kids. How old is Blankykins?
Little Blanky.
Maybe want to shock the kid into fucking saying something. What a bad boy he is.
He's under 10, I would say.
I told you to leave that alone.
It never gets old.
Never. All I could do is hear her talk. Mrs. Webbard would be a health farm. I want her to call me on a daily basis.
Try the wine.
Why are we all missing the obvious fucking joke here?
What?
Fucking Comedy 101.
What?
Wait, on what subject?
On the fucking blanket thing.
Oh, I got it.
What is it?
This kid Blanket's gonna get the shock of his life.
A good one.
That's it right there. Let's say hi to
Chip.
Andy in Cleveland. Andy.
Hey, I got the obvious joke. Comedy 101 would have been, if the kid would have succeeded, we would have had electric blanket.
There you go.
The electric blanket
I said
joke.
101. I'm not saying it's fucking Bill Hicks or anybody or Carlin, but it's
concise.
Basic, easy joke for everybody.
Chip?
So many jokes.
So many. Why don't you just tell one?
The story was shocking.
Oh, wow. That's actually, joke, though. Chips. He stinks. Oh, God, Chip the worst.
A couple other things. You hear about the Smithsonian turning down OJ's fucking suit that he was acquitted in. Have you ever been to the Smithsonian? Why
are they diabolical?
Yeah.
Yes, Jimmy.
All right. Let me strap in.
I can't phrase it right. Let me try to
phrase it right.
It's something to do with instead they want the one he wore in that hoax 1967 footage in California woods.
I don't know what that
I'm
meant.
so lost too.
Yeah. I've never seen Lost.
The guy riding horseback took the video.
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ.
But the suit should be in the fucking Smithsonian. That's a big fucking moment.
Nah, it's the equivalent of a murderer.
Yeah,
Fuck him.
It's diabolical.
It's not shouldn't be a valued item. They should just burn it. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's a suit.
None of that. Fucking Judge Ito's gavel.
The Smithsonian is
Marsha Clark's fucking perm.
Her fucking pubic hair on her head.
Her taint.
As far as museums go, that one is way overrated, though. You ever been?
Yeah, Smithsonian. Yeah,
that sucks.
I like the MASH tent I saw.
Huh?
They had the MASH tent. They had Archie's chair.
Archie's chair is the big item in there, but
I just like
most of the stuff
sucks.
sucks.
Is it all media related? Didn't they have a science exhibit?
Oh,
with a giant-
they got it all.
I remember walking through a giant heart where you walked like to the center of the heart. You get like a boom, boom,
Sponsored by Monsanto.
You been there?
I
They
have no
had that?
idea.
Ant's right though. The Air and Space Museum is
the Air and Space is pretty cool. They got like fucking rockets.
They got the Wright brothers plane right up until the fucking.
They had the capsule from Apollo.
Yeah, exactly.
You could sit in it, fly it around, yell vroom vroom out the window.
I think that's allowed, Jimmy.
They actually had a cup holder outside the window in case they stopped at Arnold's. A lot of people don't realize that.
When you go there, you see that NASA just threw that shit together back in the late 60s.
It's tinfoil.
It's just thrown together shit that worked in the end.
Don't you think the whole space program was from we found crashed spaceships and learned how to build spaceships from
reverse engineering?
I don't know. I don't
How did
think
we go from fucking stagecoaches to flying to the moon in 100 years? We found a crashed spaceship and learned how they did it from that. It's got to be.
You could just see, though, by the way things were built, especially the Apollo program, and it was steps from, the Gemini program and Mercury. They worked their way up where it was like, all right, we invented the fucking transistor. So now we can do this, and we could.
Yeah, but
from an
airplane to a spaceship, that's like a lawnmower compared to the complexity of a spaceship to leave the atmosphere and everything.
Yeah, I kind of like Otto's theory on this.
I don't know.
I kind of like it.
You look and see the V2 from the fucking Nazis. They figured out, rocket propulsion, and who was that? Goddard.
Yeah.
Figured out, how to thrust, create thrust, and put something in the air.
But you're blowing off Otto's point.
No, he's not. He's saying that there was a progression that didn't have to be from
it's
them.
It seems logical. I mean, when you look at when the first plane was built, that was during a pretty industrialized age. We started really getting into industrialization and stopped making shit out of wood and made it out of metal. Discovered plastics.
True.
Look at the medical
everything good came in that last century.
And a lot of it came from fucking war. It's just amazing what the necessity of having to kill people will make you invent. We were just sitting around with fucking biplanes still, and World War II rolls around, and it's like, we got to step up.
How to kill more and quicker and get there quicker.
That's why I always say about like the oil problem. They go, we're running out of oil, man. We got to find different ways. People got to do this. Once oil runs out, we're not going to have anything. You know what? We'll figure something out when it happens. People are fucking lazy. Yeah. They're not going to invent shit unless we need it. They're not going to sit there. So when the last drop of oil comes out of your fucking, or gas comes out of the last gas pump that works, there'll be something else right there waiting to take over. Find out you could just put rocks in your fucking engine and it'll run. We're lazy. And then the space race against the Russians, we had to fucking get to the moon before they did. So we figured it out. How to fucking do that. I mean, I would like to believe there was some kind of alien ship.
Okay, then
anything.
how come every description of a UFO of an alien encounter was always the same? It's always the same fucking description of the bald head and the big eyes and the long fingers.
It's one guy giving it.
It's one guy. Okay,
it's very busy. He's all over.
The Greys.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a interesting question.
I know. I don't know. It just looks very. I don't know. It just looks
to me,
science fiction-y.
It's more improbable that we're the only things out there than just.
I believe
fucking,
that, but I don't believe anybody ever gave a fucking shit about this stupid planet.
Really?
Maybe it's because every depiction we've ever seen in comic books and in art and in movies from like in the 50s and the 40s and whatever that was have always been the same thing. So maybe that
No, they had tentacles and they were all freaky. Any of those 50s grade Z monsters.
Yeah.
Those fucking weird creatures made out of fucking carpets, and shit.
Some of them, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Ack. Mars attacks.
Maybe because
I have no idea why. I mean, who am I to say if it fucking happened or not? If somebody landed here and, who the fuck knows?
You got to believe there's life elsewhere, right, Otto?
Yeah, but I don't think
there has to be.
I think there's so many logical explanations for shit.
Yeah.
And like, then why all of a sudden they stop? You know what? You got fucking these assholes back in the 50s when one guy out of 100,000 had a camera.
Yeah.
And there they are, snapping pictures of UFOs and shit like that. There were a lot of still pictures of UFOs back years ago.
Yeah.
And now every motherfucker on the face of the earth has a camera. A cop can't beat a skull anymore without fucking 18 videos of it.
Sure.
Yet, what happened to all the UFO videos? I haven't seen a new picture of a fucking UFO.
I mean, not a good
in
one,
years.
not a good quality one.
Not even like anything. Like everyone's got cameras now. Where are the fucking?
So we should have UFO.
Where are the new UFO?
We
pictures?
should have them every single day. So
Yeah, every day there should be
sometimes I
something.
hate your logic.
It just makes sense. More people have cameras.
Sometimes Anthony brings it right together with his damn logic.
You have a gift for logic, young prince.
I like to think there's some shit going on out there, but then your logic ruins it for everybody.
Ruined everything.
You're absolutely right.
Everything that
every
could
single
possibly
person
be
has
done
a fucking.
is
he's right.
Punch
But
up
there have been
YouTube.
footage-
Anything that could happen is on camera.
And most of the videos that end up on YouTube and stuff, they prove to be fake.
But how about the ones that were taken over Mexico? There were ones that were not that like
which one? Because
thousands of people saw. There have been actually a lot of footage lately.
and they took pictures of some kind of fucking lights.
Yeah.
Airline pilots now are reporting it a lot more often.
A lot of people who get thrown by fighter planes that are practicing and throwing off flares. After they go on a bombing run, they throw they throw flares off, and they say, "Oh, I saw all these lights," and they were moving at terrific speed, and yeah.
But isn't a lot of this stuff based on some of the shit the Air Force was working on? That's
another thing
that they didn't want us to know about.
Yeah, it's
so
always a weather balloon.
Well,
during the
but
Cold
they're flying
War,
some crazy shit before they tell the public, well, we got a stealth bomber now. There were people seeing these stealths up in the air going, what the fuck is that bat?
Out at the skunk works out there. That's in the middle of the desert, and they were running like the fucking the F-117, the stealth fighter, the B-1 bomber, shit like that, and that shit looked like some of the stuff that was drawn. It was triangular in shape. I didn't hear much sound. I didn't whatever, I think a lot of it was military stuff.
But the pilot, what always convinces me is when they have, audio of pilots who are calling in something to air traffic.
Right, a person of authority who has no reason to lie. Right?
And because pilots understand propulsion and how things work.
Yeah.
So a pilot would not see a military jet and go, hey, he would understand that's an advanced form of flying. But when they say things are stopping in midair, not like Harrier jets, but I mean, and then just disappearing straight up.
Yeah.
At speeds that a pilot cannot see that progression in human technology.
Yeah, that's the unexplained kind of shit that is like, that's that gray area where you're like, but even that isn't definitive.
No.
There's so many things that have been proven hoaxes and are easily explained away, and then there's the gray area of like a professional pilot, even astronauts. I mean, John Glenn apparently saw some stuff outside the Mercury capsule, and
really?
I think Buzz Aldrin also talked about seeing some kind of stuff. They didn't know if it was space debris or some type of UFO.
And there's another
they were being followed
recently
by something that wasn't picked up on radar. Very strange things that happened during the Apollo program.
Yeah, but Buzz Aldrin was a drunk.
He was?
Buzz Aldrin's an American hero. You calm down, young man.
You like to tip him back, Otto.
I think he's going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
What? Steve from Bay Show's calling him Buzzed Aldrin. You're an ass, Steve.
Really? Buzz Aldrin's going to be on Dancing with the Stars?
Might be, yeah.
Really? No, he's not. Doesn't he have a bad hip? Does he punch his partner if the partner says that moon landing never happened? No. It was all fake. Disney filmed it and then traded the land, and then NASA gave him land that they built Disney World on.
He does have
you
a
ever
bad
hear that
hip.
one? Yeah,
he has a bad hip from falling down because he's always drunk.
Wow.
No, he's not.
Look it up. Google it. These are just jokes.
With Splash
Don't
Town.
fucking sue me, Buzz Aldrin. John,
Buzz
Arizona.
Aldrin, he won't sue you. He'll punch you in the face.
Oh, I can take a
man's
punch.
man.
You can take a punch from Buzz Aldrin, right, Otto?
Be an honor.
It'd be an honor.
It'd be an honor.
Kyle knocked the space dust out of you.
His ship.
I want him to punch me with one of those NASA rings he might have on his
It probably does. You got the mission,
fucking imprint right on the
mission
forehead.
ring.
Oh, it makes you so hard. You start seeing stars and stuff like that.
You fucking asshole.
John in Arizona. John. Stuff like that.
How you guys doing?
All right, John.
Yeah.
Hey, Anthony's 100% right. I teach at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. I teach aeronautical science, and every advancement we have, both in aviation as well as the space program, can first be traced back to wartime.
Yeah, we really come to the table. You know what it is? Man will come to the table when the threat is your death. Like that's the result of not coming to the table is you die or you lose your country and are enslaved or something like that. Then you really figure out how to invent shit. You look at the Manhattan Project. Now there's something where in a matter of just a few short years, they got together from nothing to being able to build and drop an atomic fucking bomb just by getting a shitload of scientists together and go, we need to figure out now how to split an atom. Could you guys do it?
Wow.
Yeah, all right, we'll do it. And you know, that probably, without the war, that probably wouldn't have happened. I mean, you know, and that led to nuclear energy, shit like that, because, you know, to even get the fuel for the bomb, you have to build a reactor that puts off heat. So, I mean, all those things that's how you look at history, like everything. Even before the modernized industrial age, you look at some of the old shit of just even Rome with the aqueducts and figuring out gears, easy shit like that. It just like kind of keeps progressing. I always look at stuff and figure out, like, how did they think of that? What was the progression of how they got to that? And then you kind of try to figure it out in your own head of, like, backwards engineer, like how they figured that out.
Does. You
no,
do. You fucking weirdo.
I do that all the time. I look at something and go like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He must have needed it for something, and then you figure out what he used before that. And
wouldn't you love to figure out, like, all of a sudden, if you found the whole space program was built around the idea of somebody said, I'd love to know what would happen if I shit, and it just floated.
That was the most important reason.
You had to
floating
make
shit.
You wanted to make a duty in space.
The thing that shuts off the toilet tank with the bulb that rises up.
Yeah.
That's the same invention as fucking Jiffy Pop. Because when the fucking thing is done, it shuts it off.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
The same invention.
Pop.
Yeah, but
toilet. Oh, yeah, Chip.
You don't want to. You only want to eat the popcorn. You don't eat the stuff from the toilet.
Oh shit! Oh, you're a hoot, Chip.
Jiffy poop. Jiffy poop popcorn. You feel like, hey, give me some Jiffy poop. And
wow,
some
Chip's
poop.
working blue today.
Oh, that's god awful.
Hey, does the Smarty Pants you have anything else?
Jiffy poop.
Smarty
Pants.
Pants.
That's about it. I just wanted to let Anthony know he's a smart guy.
Thank you,
we all
sir.
know. That's why we're not happy about
Anthony's
it.
an intelligent motherfucker.
I know he is.
Well,
It's much too important to be here. Yes. Oh my God.
Oh well, what are you
I
gonna do?
didn't graduate high school.
Exactly. He's the sharpest man dressed like Che Guevara that I know.
It's from the Young Revolutionary Department at J.C. Penney's.
We got an airline pilot with some inside info.
Oh boy!
And also really,
Sully, you're on the air.
also really fast. Crisco K from Chicago. Dr. Kaku, our friend, talked about this on his radio show. There were 11,000 UFO sightings declassified recently by Great Britain. 11,000.
Great Britain, huh?
Let's say hi to Derek in Staten Island. He's an airline pilot.
Ooh.
Hey guys, how you doing?
No, that voice does not come out of the fucking...
No,
yeah, it does, boys.
Hi, how you doing? We're going to be flying at an altitude of 35,000 feet. We should be encountering some smooth air, but in case, just keep your seatbelts fastened. I have progeria. I'm 3 years old, but I look 60. Godspeed.
No, not really. If you see something in the air when you're flying, when you land, they actually make you sign an agreement saying that you can't even talk about it. You can't go to any news outlets. You can't even talk about it.
All right, Derek, no one's believing you. Can you do that?
How old are you?
Hold on. Can you do that last statement in a deep voice, please? Put on a deep voice and say that again.
Nah, I can't, man. My voice is, what do you call it, a homosexual. There you go.
Is that all right? Look, give me some your fucking taxi into the runway talk.
What was that?
Give me some your taxiing to the runway talk to the tower.
Yeah,
go
we're
ahead.
testing you right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're testing me.
Yeah.
Put on a deep voice.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. Give us some jargon. Hello?
He hung up.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's fake.
I was going to ask him what a vortex is.
I already know what that is.
Of course you do.
Yeah, tell him, Jimmy. I know, too.
Vortex.
A vortex. A vortex. It's what you hold boards up with on the wall.
Exactly. All right, Chip. That was actually your best joke you've ever had.
People keep coming over going, Chip doesn't know when to stop. Keep people going, my voice falling down. You got to get a whole bucket of vortex.
God damn.
We're going to hit you back with some knowledge after your dumb cell phone theory, Anthony. Let's go, Chris. Now the ball's back in our court.
You
Go
chew,
ahead, Chris.
motherfucker.
Oh. Go ahead, Chris.
Allow me to debunk a little bit here, Anthony. Maybe the Martians' technology has advanced to the point where they have an invisibility cloak, and that's why we don't see them anymore.
Take that, Ed! Take that! With your stupid cell phone theory.
Invisibility cloak, would you stop it?
You know how easy that would be to do?
Maybe the ships are invisible now, Ed.
The vanishing factor.
I don't believe
Maybe they have a way of focusing or wrapping light around whatever they have around the ship. Maybe light wraps around that.
Predator
and
style.
doesn't. But I mean, really, that's an advance for us that seems unfathomable. But if you have the ability to hit wormholes and fly at those speeds without dissolving and do whatever it needs to do to travel, then to have light just wrap around your ship and not reflect off it, or whatever it is that makes you see something, is probably not difficult at all. We could be seeing a ship that maybe the light may be wrapped around it so perfectly that we can't pick up the bend in light or the curve in it. I mean, that could be a very simple thing for them to do.
Hear about this new type of camouflage that they're working on, which is really fucked up. It's an actual flat screen, like a screen that's bendable. It's it's like a film, and there's something like that, right? Danny's showing it. Yeah. And there's a camera or a few cameras that takes video of the images around the object. Yeah. And then the video screens that are just virtual film wrapped around an object show what the cameras are seeing on the other side of it. It's
amazing.
So
there's like a camera on your back.
It'll just blend in to the scenery.
It's fucking amazing.
Like that.
We can do what we can do with green screen and that shit.
Cool. Yeah.
Advance us 1,000 technological years.
Yeah.
1,000 because this is all industrial revolution shit. 200 years we've been doing real technology. Go 1,000 years from now with computers. Yeah. That will be a piece of fucking.
I can't wait to see that.
I think everyone should be a pretty old guy. 2,000.
I think we're all going to just stop creating, though, and then we just don't advance anymore.
That'd be good.
I don't think so, because necessity.
No, of course not. Of course.
I saw a show last night that had a simulation of if like a flu hit, bad disease, wiped out a fuckload of the population.
Oh,
like
the sneeze,
what you would do.
What do they call it? Citizen A or?
No, it was a different show. It was like called fucking, we're fucked, or, there's nothing left, less fucking people, we're totally screwed. And it was a family, and a guy who was actually an EMT, and it was poorly acted. Yeah. And his wife and his son, and how they would survive, and what you'd have to do, based on week to week as the weeks went on. Like some people at the beginning would kind of just deny the whole thing was happening.
Fatal virus.
And then it got to the point where everybody's dead, and there's just roving gangs and trying to find water and food and shit like that. And then it turns out, like many years, not many, but a few years later, people would start getting back together and almost have this 1800s style communities of farming and shit like that. And then the guy who made it through all this shit cuts his fucking finger on the roof of his house, and couldn't get any antibiotics and died of an infection.
Wow.
It was like a little twist to this story, you know. Yeah, I was crying like Jimmy Norton at 6 in the morning.
Were you really?
I was tearing up a little
Poor
bit.
angel.
I swear it was very sad. He got his family through all that shit, and he died from an infection.
Because it was cunty wife yelling, "Clear out the rain gutters."
She was too. Oh, God, I know. Why is he on the roof? Who cares?
I know.
Stop it.
What are you doing on the
Ingalls,
roof?
get off the soddy.
Yeah, it's not like you're hooking up the antenna. There's no TV anymore.
No.
Shit
Nothing,
for brains.
dummy.
Get off the roof.
You don't have to do any of those chores if you make it through a nuclear holocaust,
No.
right? Just enjoy your fucking
But
life.
they said that the cities would be useless. Like, you'd think, like, all right, there'd be this big disease, the survivors would be left, go to the cities and rebuild.
No, you gotta start farming
It's like
again.
all that shit that would be sitting there for so long not being used would be useless and breaking apart. And like, you can't then go to the power plant and just hit the on switch. All that shit is fucked up from the weather and wear and not being used and shit
And
like
you
that.
wouldn't know where it could be a line or a wire underground in Rochester that you have to go dig up.
Yeah, and there aren't the technicians that know how to do it. There aren't the universities that teach the people that know how to do it.
Just scrap metal at
yeah,
that point.
so it would just kind of, you pull back from the cities, go to open land, and just start these circa 1850 style farms.
And you did just explain The Road, which was a great book and an okay movie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you should fucking watch
Well, that's
The
like
Road.
won a Pulitzer Prize.
The Road.
The Road, the book, is one of the, nominated one of the best books of the last 10 years. But
Really?
Is it better than Happy Endings? I think not.
I say no fucking way.
Steve in Sacramento is going to help us out on the UFO conversation.
Ooh.
Steve.
Hello, boys.
Hello,
Welcome
Steve.
aboard.
Hello.
Hey, it's a pretty well-known fact that UFOs travel in the infrared spectrum.
That's right.
It's I like how he goes, it's a pretty well-known fact.
Yeah.
We don't even know if anything exists.
If I know it, it's well known. Tell him, Steve. Tell him what we know.
Yes.
Anthony, go get yourself some third-generation night vision, and you can see them.
Take the boy.
Go to YouTube, and you can watch the night vision video of them.
I have night vision.
Then start looking at
I
UFOs.
look out my back door at night.
Yeah, start looking at them.
I look at my Chinese backyard neighbor.
That's right.
So wait, they have traveling in the infrared means you can't pick them up with regular light, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can pick them up with infrared. They're that stupid that they don't know we have infrared. We could see infrared.
Maybe there's other colors in the spectrum that we're not aware of. We always think that our knowledge of physics is the end-all, be-all. Like, well, we know everything, but we just don't know exactly what to do with it or how far it will go. Maybe we know 1/5000th of what you really need to know. Maybe there's a lot more fucking elements. Maybe our concept of math is one millionth of what it needs to be. It's like, it's almost like we know what we know. And we're like, well, we know how light bends. We understand what the redshift is. We understand. Maybe we understand it
But
on a.
there's some other being that made something that can do something we can't even comprehend.
We don't even technically know what fucking 80 or 90% of the universe is, the dark matter. I don't think they have definitively know what that is.
And you know what? We got to
suck.
Our gravity idea is wrong.
We got to call Anthony out. I think he used something from a movie, and people are not happy.
I'm sure he did, because he said Virginia was told to stand down.
I was talking about a show I saw.
No. Another theory of yours comes right from a movie. Guys, Scott.
What about the military?
He'll tell you.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Scott.
Hey, happy birthday, little Jimmy. That visibility suit comes right out of that G.I. Joe shit movie you were talking about.
Dude, do you think I saw the G.I. Joe shit movie, you dumb motherfucker? They took that from a documentary that I watched on the military channel about camouflage, you dumb cunt. Go fuck your mother's asshole.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Like I'm going to sit and watch a G.I. Joe movie.
How was it?
Fuck you. I got better things to do, like having sex with women. Shut up, you homo. You homo.
He got mad.
He didn't take your criticism well.
Fuck stick. G.I. Joe movie.
I knew that would set you off.
Fucker. Like they didn't, like the G.I. Joe movie didn't use the fact that technology is being worked on.
Exactly.
Two other things really fast. There's Michio Kaku, and we should have got him on the phone for this.
Why? So he could explain things like we're 2 years old?
Well, UFOs are like big bananas.
I'm not going.
It is like a Duncan yo-yo.
I'm not going UFOs. You know that fucking hurricane in Chile?
Yeah.
What was that?
Hurricane.
Earthquake. Sorry, the 8.8.
Hurricanes.
The 8.8.
I'm a hurricane, Alice.
You know that fucking earthquake? Slowed down the fucking earth, and Kaku had to explain that to everybody on TV.
Did he?
Knocked the fucking Earth off its axis.
All of a sudden now we're flying all over the place, all willy-nilly.
And he said the earthquake actually slowed
0.1 fucking millionth of a microsecond.
That's enough to ruin everything.
Yeah, but
that wrecks everything.
Maybe it does. I don't know. With everything spinning out there, maybe that throws everything
Dude,
off.
what if it knocks you off 10 feet out of orbit, and all of a sudden that 10
feet is really important.
That's what rockets you right into Jupiter.
Yeah,
It was 3 inches off the axis, and it wasn't even the axis we
How do
spin
they know
on.
that?
It's the axis that is the axis of the mass of the Earth, not the spinning axis.
Why didn't we get Kaku on it to explain
going
this?
to the sun. Something's coming.
Yeah, put on your turn signal.
It's like, and I don't know how they know this, but the axis of the Earth that we rotate on,
right,
and the axis of the mass of the Earth is 10 feet apart. Like, how did they figure that out?
I don't.
Like, if you're on the
I don't
North
understand
Pole,
that. Right.
and you know, this is where it spins, 10 feet to, like, your left is that other axis.
So fucked
Who
up.
figured that shit out?
I'll bet you they did the math, and like the first 50 times they were like, you're off by 10 feet, cunt. No, it says that this
I
is
swear this is the place.
58, not 48. You're off.
X marks the spot.
Know who?
Yeah, you ought to just settle down and just go, there's no axis.
Know who figured that out, Anthony? Someone who doesn't like girls.
Yeah, apparently.
Had way
Yes,
too much
I did.
time. I knew it.
Yes.
I just knew.
I'm working very diligently on it.
How did they figure that out?
It's 100 feet away. I know because my car stopped right after I got there.
How did they figure out 10 feet apart? Unless it's based on a principle that an axis spinning at a speed. How would you
I don't know
that?
how you can figure out like the mass of the Earth and
how do you weigh
where
it?
that center line is.
All questions.
Oh, we talk about fucking some Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Well, why don't we get him on tomorrow? We got
Dr.
some questions.
Steve.
We got some questions asked. No,
And
let's
Dr.
go.
Steve hates Michio Kaku's fucking babble. Dr. Steve thinks Michio Kaku's a physics hack.
Really? Well, Kaku's on every fucking TV program.
That's right.
Where's Steve?
Exactly.
Steve's working on his
He stole one of his string theories, and now he won't give him a videotape of when he was hanging out with Einstein.
String theory.
All right. Sounds like someone we know, doesn't it?
Oh, Chip.
Without the beard.
We got to book Kaku for tomorrow. And finally, this is going to be just delightful for a lot of people. This Monique, who could win that Oscar for that Precious movie, says her husband is allowed to cheat, and he likes her hairy legs.
Her husband's allowed to cheat because he would. She just is like heading it off at the pass. That woman is
disgusting,
putrid.
Heavy-set black
and
lady?
she thinks she is gorgeous. I saw her on the red carpet with her husband,
right?
And she's posing like a hot chick would pose. And then at one point she winks to one of the photographers, and then like puts her head back and tries to put on like a sexy smile.
Barry White was sexy, and he was 400 pounds, but not a woman.
No.
Right? Never a woman.
But she's constantly talking about, like, when she hosts the Showtime at the Apollo
I
or
look
whatever,
good.
that she goes,
She's a diva.
so what you think
Yeah.
about
Diva.
what I'm wearing tonight,
Yeah.
And then they're all, whoa, it's amazing. They love it.
And then she pulls her dress up a little bit to show off her hairy legs. She's into doing that a lot.
Stop it.
You know, I thought my old car looked good, too, until Kenny saw it under the pine tree at my sister's house. And then I realized, okay,
that's a piece of shit.
It's a piece of shit.
The hubby was crying a little bit there at her acceptance speech at the Golden Globes, I think.
Explains why he likes hairy legs.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. Scent of a Reuben. I must be hungry. I keep thinking about corned beef. I saw it on fucking TV a few minutes ago.
Yeah, you like the corned beef?
Yeah.
Hey.
Little mustard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a little schmear.
Katz's. Fucking
Yeah,
best.
good stuff.
Otto, speaking of movies, you're a movie guy.
Yeah, I just saw
Oscars.
Crazy Heart. Fucking
I love
great.
Crazy Heart.
Jeff Bridges is the shit, man.
Did they
He's
cop
the
out
best.
at the end, though?
I thought he was gonna. I thought he was. Well,
Hold on.
No, I didn't see it.
Hold on. Oh, Jimmy doesn't want to know?
No, man, I didn't see it.
Spoiler.
Jeff Bridges is amazing in that performance.
All right, let's just keep it vague. Do you think they copped out Hollywood, though, the ending?
Oh, absolutely.
Because I know what you're thinking.
Yeah,
'Cause I was thinking the exact same thing. And they set it up that way, and then they bailed on the fucking way they really wanted to end the movie. That's the only problem.
By saying that.
I know. I'm sorry.
I got you.
I'm sorry.
I got you. But if you want to see that version of it, the Honky Tonk Man with Eastwood, he fucking,
really?
Yeah, he croaks and...
Well, now you gave the whole thing away. Now Jimmy's really not happy.
I kind of figured it out.
I know.
I didn't like Colin Farrell, though. Fuck you.
He wasn't that good, right?
Southern accent.
He wasn't that good.
That must have been odd.
Fucking Jeff Bridges.
Robert Duvall was amazing.
Duvall's amazing.
He's always good.
Even in a shitty movie, he's...
Even 2 lines, he was just...
Even in a shitty movie, Duvall rules.
Bridges was great. I liked the way he didn't show off that he was, like, he did his own singing, but he didn't make a big deal out of it, like, to show how talented he is. It was kind of just
It's a great movie.
Really
It's a little slow for
He's on screen for the entire time. He's great.
Yeah. He should win it.
If he doesn't get the Oscar,
I'd
I'll
be
never
amazed.
watch that fucking show again.
What was your best movie of the year that he saw?
I didn't see many movies. The Wrestler was last year, right?
Yeah. You didn't see Avatar or
I
Hurt
didn't see
Locker?
Avatar. No.
Hurt Locker's good.
I like that
You'd like Hurt Locker,
Area
I'm thinking.
51, whatever that was called. That fuck with those...
Area 51!
Yeah.
Area 51! With the aliens, that's where it was!
My David? No.
My David, he'll take us there! Shut up!
The aliens, the blacks and the whites!
Judd Hirsch. You're over the top fucking
Wait, what
hack.
was that?
Independence Day.
Oh, okay.
My son David?
Yeah.
People are insulted. So intelligent folks are all gay. That's Vince, one of our regulars.
Yes.
I was going for a nerd joke.
Oh.
And then then these guys pumped it up with the Steve joke.
Doesn't matter. If you're not screwing a woman, it doesn't matter. I mean, you're sucking a dick.
Yeah, I was going with the
you're
nerd joke.
You're a nerd.
I was going for
Yeah.
It was an asexual joke.
Yeah.
No interest whatsoever. Meaning you have a lot of time to do other things.
Yeah, see?
All right. I think that's it.
Yeah, you want to...
Isn't Hulk Hogan coming?
Not to our show.
No.
No, we put on his fucking untalented daughter time and time again, but he can't make an appearance on our show.
Yeah, apparently, see, his daughter came in, was hanging out with us, having a really good time and everything, and laughing. And we kept her for 5 minutes longer than the publicity people
told us. Which, by the way, we
to.
said, you got to go, and she said no.
And she was having a good time.
She goes, she goes, no, I don't.
She goes, no,
and
I
she
don't.
meant it, so we're like, all right, we're going to hang a little longer.
Sexy too,
we didn't force her to stay.
And then once she left, we got, like, shit on for keeping her too long, and now they won't give us anybody. But you know what? Like, I want to fucking sit with Hulk Hogan. Who the fuck wants to sit with Hulk Hogan anymore?
I do.
I could give a flying shit about Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Brother,
super famous.
let me tell you something, brother.
Yeah.
My brother, shut up, bro. You dumb big leg drop.
Donato, we're over meeting the super famous at this point.
Yeah. Oh, stop.
It's overrated.
Yeah.
Rag off your head.
For the most part.
Yeah, actors talking about their craft is the worst, isn't it?
Oh, their craft.
I love.
Stop it! You have a
trailer. I love the people that because they're playing a role now. They're supposedly an expert on that subject and go on all these shows. And
well,
talk
I
seriously.
studied it, and and
you also have take 1, take 10, take 25.
Exactly.
And then they only work in a fucking strip club where you're following a lesbian pissing into a beer mug, and you got to do 20 minutes of stand up.
This is the one thing I can't stand what that actors do. It's like, yes, well, she. What about the character you play? Well, she's very lonely, but she taught me so much about myself.
Oh, I hate when they say
you played the fucking thing.
Yeah.
It was you.
What about when they say the city that we shot it in is like a character in the story?
Oh yeah, that's
that
good.
One, too.
Yeah, good.
I might come out of my skin. When
I wish
I
a building stepped on you then.
Yeah,
assholes.
Yeah,
I learned so much from her.
Oh, it's pretentious bullshit.
It really is.
Yeah,
They're so fucking just full of themselves.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's like when you do a character, like say you're in a movie and you have to play a guy with tattoos.
Yeah.
You understand that your character's job is to just not fuck up and have Bruce humiliate you.
Yes, exactly. And not put your eye out. How close was that to your eyeball?
Millimeters.
An eighth of an inch.
Now
he was so fucking cautious.
Dude.
He actually made them build me something on the bottom of the fucking chair that I had. Thank you, Kenny. That I had my foot on, so my foot wouldn't slip off and I wouldn't slide into something. He wanted my foot to have a brace.
Now that thing was moving.
No, it was still, but then it was moving.
It was still, but then it was moving.
But that's how
sounds like a UFO explanation.
Just explain movement.
Now it was still.
Jesus.
It was moving.
You're right. We have to explain movement on our show.
But it was when it was right near your, because that thing is right near your eyeball. Going in the movie.
Yeah.
I see your eye, and it's going bam, like right near your fucking eyeball. I guess did they CGI something in there?
I don't remember if it was moving or not. It might have been. It wasn't a real needle. but it was. It might have been
Don't
vibrating.
lie or we'll know.
Don't lie or I'll know. He said, I could smell your pupil.
But how cool would it be if...
I can smell your cunt.
How cool would it be if Bruce Willis blinded you in one
Not
eye?
cool.
That would be
Why?
good.
That would be a great story to tell.
A lot of cash.
It's Bruce Willis.
He doesn't want to get sued.
Pirate eye patch.
Did you have a big screening in New York?
Yeah, I missed.
Was that the Ziegfeld?
No, it was at Lincoln on 68.
Oh, okay.
We went, Otto.
I went to the after party.
A lot of fun.
But I missed the premiere because I was shooting for something else and I had to do Hannity.
It was,
and we liked the movie.
It's good.
No, well,
Yeah,
the
the
reviews
movie was funny, man.
The reviews are bad on it, but I'm still saying I like the movie.
I'm saying it was funny.
I have no reason to fucking lie.
God damn it.
We're not making any
goddamn son of a bitch.
He says to me, do you want to do a scene with Bruce and Tracy? I says, all right. I says.
All right, let's hit the road, Jack.
Otto, what's the big plug? You always have a million plugs, so don't confuse people. What do you want them to really know about?
My website, ottoandgeorge.com. That's it.
Does all your dates on ottoandgeorge.com?
No, a lot of my dates are private functions. I don't put them up there.
Kenny, what's this phony fundraiser you're doing with Otto and Jim Norton and Jim Florentine at the Stress Factory? It's going to be a great comedy show, but the cause is just ridiculous.
It's a great cause. It's for children.
But there's nothing wrong with the children. They just want their limos paid for their fucking prom.
I like to take care of my boys.
I understand.
Jim and Florentine and Otto are nice enough to do the show.
The fundraiser.
Where's that sketch for his 30-year-old retarded son?
What's the money going to go to in the end?
Project Graduation, whatever that project is.
God, it's so bad.
Project. It sounds like something fake.
Yeah. And Kenny lives in a very nice school district to begin with. So
goes to the Cayman Islands and then comes back.
The Human Fund.
So what date is that?
It was. Yeah, what day is the big show?
Human Fund.
Wednesday, March 24th, 8 o'clock at the Stress Factory. You can get your tickets online, stressfactory.com.
It's going to be a great show with these three
Make
guys.
that to cash. That's a funny name for a play.
I'm going to get some more comics also. It's going to be an all-star lineup.
You already got three fucking all-stars.
Yeah. I know, but, I want to take the pressure off of them.
Otto, maybe you could get some of your comic friends to come by and do the show.
Kenny's raised a personality of a turnip.
I have to plug Chicago, March 12th, 13th. I'll be in the Chicago area.
Nice.
And also check out my CDs are on iTunes.
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
Just put in Jim Norton in the search, right?
Yes.
And today was a special show. The first hour, if you haven't heard what happened the first hour, make sure you're listening to the replay today. Oh, my God.
Now everything's good.
Everything's all right now, Jimmy?
Of course.
Wow.
Back to normal.
People will be talking about that one for a while.
They think
Otto, thanks, man.
I love you guys. It was so much fun.
Yeah, you fucking...
Always.
I gotta go talk to that Sonny Fox guy now.
Oh.
That should be fun.
Give him my best.
Yeah.
Wasn't he the host of Wonderama?
I know. I know.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Was Bob McAllister.
Bob McAllister.
Was he really the Sonny Fox?
No, it's a different guy.
Pedo.
Remember the snake cans?
Of course.
Wackadoo.
And
yeah.
I despise Bob McAllister.
Bob McAllister.
What was our Bob McAllister bit?
Oh, I'm sure it involved pedophilia.
Yeah, we wanted to shit in his mouth.
Oh, someone that goes way back with us. I remember we did a horrific fucking. Was it because he got fucking throat cancer?
Oh, might have been.
Cancer, and then we did all the lines from Wonderama through a voice box.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's what it was. It was brutal.
Yeah.
Because I remember Wackadoo with the kazoo.
Do we have the original song? I hated that song.
You did?
How could you not? Wackadoo.
Wackadoo. And though they're small, they do their best to do the things just like
kids are kids
are people too. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
I forgot what Bob McAllister looked like.
There it is.
Let me see.
Wow.
Boys and girls and moms and dads would probably like some of those presents that we have.
Tension,
if
the
our
game
youngsters
tension.
can answer a question.
Look at these shitty prizes.
Stay alive.
Skippy peanut butter.
Let's see
That's
if we
for
can
the
find
dog.
it right off, shall we? All right, this young
Look at his
lady
hairdo.
here in the
Can you
flat dress
believe
has a
this is
choice of
on
10 cans. If she gets
available?
the can, she's going to be a happy young lady.
Big black cock comes out of the can.
can.
Makes a big
There you
boner
go.
boing
A
sound.
few snakes, but there's a great
Oh.
big giant peanut butter
She's
can there.
fucking
If you could
50
tell
years
me,
old now, probably has no uterus left.
Yeah. She got a hysterectomy for Valentine's Day.
Wrestling, the Olympic team. That's right. That goes to this young lady. All right.
Oh, me. Look at that hairdo. That is fantastic.
It's like a football helmet from the 20s.
It really is.
Where's the
horrible.
song?
Yeah, that's all we wanted to.
Come on, Dan.
Kids are people too. And here's why I don't think there's UFOs, because you could punch up an episode of Wonderama in 3 seconds.
He goes to this game.
You won! Motherfucker. Kid's freaking out.
Oh my God, he's holding up a young George.
Looks like.
You have to answer a question. Who is the host or the master of ceremonies of Wonderama? What's his name? He looks like me a little bit. And his name is what? What's my name?
Bob McCallum.
Oh, well, that's good enough. All right.
What's that poking into your hiney?
Exactly.
All right, do it all. Don't go away, because you're going to
This
bite.
poor motherfucker was just known for this.
Yeah.
That studio must have just, that studio must have just smelled like shit and piss.
And Stu, you're going to be a big hero right now.
Oh, an Apollo fucking bicycle.
Can make a better bike.
More,
Talking about fucking our technology.
He's not letting that kid go.
Urine and skippies.
He's holding him by his butthole with his middle finger. Oh, yeah, they would do the little hand wave thing during the commercial.
Virus music.
Hey, the virus is going to be on Wonderama. What the fuck?
Hey, Bob.
That's hysterical. Jesus Christ.
See you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Otto.
Bye. Well, there. Bye.